Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Brad Woto stream, but first, it's time for What Picture Has Bradley Drawn Onto a Piece of Paper?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. I don't know why I sound like that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to guess what he drew onto a piece of paper for you today. Can you guess? Guesses from the chat room. Oh, why does this look like this? It looks round. Why does it look round? Done gone wrong. It's done gone wrong. Alright, what did he draw? Was it Tidus on a tractor? Oh, Tidus. Waka. Cyclops. 2N. 2B or 2N? Maybe I drew 2N, you don't know. It's probably a 2N if there's a 2B, right? I don't know. Neither do you. If I don't know, you don't know either.
But Braid, we're a Twitch chat. We know everything.
Need us because they need us. Caleb. Is that it? No one's in here today. Alright, everyone's bored of Farm Simulator? Thank God. Thank God. Ratch isn't here, so you know it's bad. Full Trumper if he plays one more day. What do you mean, gonna go? What do you mean, gonna go? How are you doing one more day after yesterday? Well, because I'm taking tomorrow off, right? So I kind of don't need to take tomorrow off, actually. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should just do it anyway. You think I drew 2B? Well, I can reveal to you now. That I've drawn onto a piece of paper Kimari Ronso. I think that came out pretty well. Very high contrast. And what I've been working on is highlights. What I can't do is my favorite thing in art, chiaroscuro, the contrast between light and dark. I'm very bad at highlights. I'm bad at shadows, but I'm worse at highlights. So I'm getting there, man. I mean, you know, these are my last two efforts. They're a bit more sketchy because I was messing around with, obviously messing around with how to do it, shading. I think I'm improving. No? Okay, you think that's shit? Okay.
That looks like shit.
Okay. Alright, fine. Okay, fine. Alright, well.
That looks like shit, bro. We fucking hate you.
Okay. fine. Stop saying you're bad at it. Come on, it's not a game. Get it together. Well, not bad at it. I suppose when I say I'm bad at this, sometimes I mean I'm bad at it. But sometimes what I mean is this is an area in which I need to improve. I would like to improve, I should say. You know? This is a thing that I'm aware that I think is a weakness that I would like to improve at. You know, it's not really the same as... It's not exactly me being like, oh, it's so shit, I hate it. You know? I don't know if that's a British thing or a me thing, but I feel like maybe that doesn't... I'm Brad at it. Yeah. I guess you could say I'm Brad at it. Alright, well, we're going to get stuck in with another video gameplay of Elden Ring today. I sure hope you guys like Elden Ring. We're going to continue with our Guts playthrough of Elden Ring today. Please...
Allow me to paint you the full picture.
This is my gameplay.
Is cursed ever to wander, eaten from the inside.
I'm going to put 2 week follower only mode on.
Rot. His wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog.
I made this.
Howling at the sky.
They mod this in, or is that available in the game? It's like Demon Guts as well, whatever it's called. Full Demon Guts. This is about as far as I got in the game, wasn't it? Is this where I quit? No, I quit at the one after this. Was it the one after this? The twins or whatever they're called? The two... Oh, it couldn't be fun. I did beat this one, yeah. This is the final boss in the game. Don't even bother playing after this. After this, it becomes the worst game of all time. Every one of these From Software games is fun up until a point where you're just like, okay, now it's boring. And this is the point where it gets boring. After this one. Just stop playing after this one, don't bother. The Unlimited Blade Works boss, yeah. Dude, I fucking love Unlimited Blade Works. I mean, first of all, Unlimited Blade Works is the greatest name for something ever. They'll never beat number one named, best named thing ever, Unlimited Blade Works. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the best named thing. You know? If you're not aware that it's an anime and you're just like, oh, what is Unlimited Blade Works? It doesn't matter. You're just like, that's the best named thing ever. It's why I want to play, What I would love to do is release my own comic book. Let me name some things that I will never do. Release a comic book. I would love to do it. But I never will. I knew a guy that wrote his own comic book, and he worked in an architecture studio with me, and sometimes at the end of the day, because the equipment was better there than at his house, he would work on his comic book there, but he was drawing them with ink. He was like literally like each page was laid out and he was drawing with like these weird ink pens. They were almost like fountain pens, but I don't know how to describe what they were. And he was drawing this really, it was fucking sick. The drawings that he was doing was amazing. He was working on his comic book every night, hand-drawn comic book. It was the dopest thing ever. Anyway, I want to release a comic book, and I want it to be called Unlimited Blood. Just because I think it fucking sounds cool. I know what it is as well. When I ran a tabletop campaign a few years ago called the August Alliance, which was a superhero campaign in which the party were part of like a society where the superheroes had pretty much saved the world. Like, there were still criminals and there were still villains, but they were in like a utopia. And at the head of it was essentially like a Superman-like character. And one day during a bank job gone wrong, a portal opens up and their Superman either gets swapped or I think he gets killed. I can't remember, but their Superman gets killed by another Superman that comes through that's evil. Right? Which has happened in Superman before and has happened in some other comics that I'm sure you've seen. The Boys, yeah, it was actually, I wrote this around I think I ran that almost alongside The Boys. Because of course, when I'm writing something, they have to put out somewhere a game gets released or something. It's always the way. Ask PB, ask Whack, ask Cord. Cord doesn't realize that he ran Final Fantasy VII for a year and a half. When we played Spellwind. It's just always the way, but literally, like, as I produced this thing, The Boys came out, of course. But anyway, you know, I mean, it's also, I knew it wasn't particularly original in terms of the story, because I've read loads of comics and this happens all the time. This is the fucking 90s of multiverse comics. This was just all that happened. Which weirdly they're now catching up with, right? Finally. I mean, everything is the multiverse now because writing is lazy. It's just so much easier. It's lazy writing in Hollywood at the moment to do multiverse stuff. Anyway, the point is that was what happened, and I just thought it would be cool if, you know, they had to take down, you know, Justice League kills Superman type storyline. But in that world, in this world, I created a few extra characters to pad out the world, and one of them was called Unlimited Blood. And I just thought he was so interesting. And his superpower is blood manipulation, but he also has unlimited amounts of blood, so he can like heal himself as well. He has like a regenerative factor. Because he just has an unlimited amount of blood, which means he has an unlimited amount of platelets, so he can heal really quickly as part of his thing. And I just think that the title, Unlimited Blood, sounds amazing. That's it. That's all it has is a unique selling point in that if I saw the comic book and it said on the top of it, Unlimited Blood, I'd buy it. I did write a thing. I wrote a little treatment for it and an idea for what I thought would be a cool storyline and a cool villain for him and stuff. But you know, I mean, I don't have any skill when it comes to sort of creating a comic book. One, I need time. I've got too many projects on the go. I mean, a comic book is mental. Two, I don't really have the artistic level of skill to be able to draw it how I would want. So that's immediately it. Out of the fucking... It's gone. And, you know, what am I going to do? I've got other things going on. Still, I thought it'd be cool. I'll make Biz draw it one day. I'll sit him down after Piss Willard's finished with him. And I'll become the new Piss Willard. Oh, and if you wanted to know what he looked like, I can show you. I can show you what Unlimited Blood looks like if you want. I did get one artistic rendition knocked up. If you're curious, it would probably look something like this. So. Fuck, dude. We're not living in real life. And we're not living in real life. It's so scary. Everything about it is just so... it's so out of touch with reality. It's unreal. It's exactly the same as what happened a few years ago with the Queen, when we were having like, it was like Brexit or it was cost of living It might have been COVID, but when she did every year the Queen does a speech on Christmas Day. I never watch it, but she does one, you know, now the King does it. But she would do a speech, and she did it sat at like a golden piano one year. You know what I mean? It's just like, you're so out of touch with what's going on. Everyone's fucking dying. No one can afford fucking dinner. And you're sat doing a fucking speech from a gold, fucking straight up solid gold fucking piano. And then the fucking king gets a painting. The first royal painting unveiled, and it's quite literally just the most demonic depiction. He looks. It is how you would depict the devil in the beginning of a horror movie. Where before you actually see the character of the devil, the main characters are sort of stumbling around an old church in Italy, and they find this painting and they uncover it. And he's in there, you know what I mean? It's fucking insane. It's insane how evil he looks. You couldn't make it more evil. It's the best thing about it. You couldn't try and make that more evil, that painting. You can't. It's absolutely hilarious. You could commission 1,000 artists. Raphael in Baldur's Gate. It's hilarious. Commission 1,000 artists to have him unveil something more evil looking. You literally cannot. It's amazing. Amazing. It's my favorite shit, and just also makes me just so like so bro. It breaks me so, like, makes me feel so hollow inside. Unbelievable. Fuck, dude. Yeah, dude, King Charles, man. What painting, what evil? King Charles's painting that he unveiled. If you saw that floating about on the internet Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. I just remembered who you are. First of all, I want to say, so last night, Tuesday logged in and started playing on her cadet character on Wild RP. And I was like, oh, I'm training to be senior. Am I allowed to go and listen to what it sounds like to interview a cadet? Because I'm curious about... Because a huge part of being a senior on Wild RP Raw Law is that... Raw server is that you... I don't know what's happening to me. I almost threw up. You have to train cadets. Like, a lot of it is training, right? And so I was like, I'm going to come and listen. And McGregor was like, okay. So he conducts the interview with Tuesday's character, which was great, by the way. It was good to... It was just so great. I was sitting there out of character, just like looking at the screen, and my friend Orkish and Tuesday were there, you know? So the whole reason I enjoy Wild RP. There's a lot of elements about Wild RP that are fun and rewarding, and it's a... I've noticed on nights when I don't play it, I will kind of get bored. And if I didn't have Wild RP, I would fill that time with something else, I'm sure. But it is a nice way to sort of just delete a few hours of the day and just sort of disconnect and not really think about anything else and just float away into this other little fairyland we're all playing dress up. But predominantly, one of the main things I like about it is to just get to sort of hang out with my friends. And I know we're role-playing as characters, but, you know, I just feel comfortable around my friends. And so I like being around them and spending time with them. Much to everyone probably thinks that's not true, because I'm always like, no, I don't want to play these fucking games with you lot. But, yeah. So, it was cool, but... I enjoyed the way that she was like just dropping all these little like sayings. So, but dude, we walk outside. McGregor is like, "Hey, I know you're being eyed for senior, so you know this, that, the other." And I was like, "Can I just like lead her through some of the?" I've never done the first night of. Well, I sort of have, but I've never been just like the designated FTO. for training someone straight out of the interview. So can I teach her the telegram stuff and the formation and patrol leading stuff? And he was like, yeah. And I personally was just really happy to do it because, one, it's a bit nerve-wracking when you're just told to do something like that. It's scary being a cadet and you're learning everything, but it's also scary when you're in the position of like a senior or you're training to be a senior and they're like, run a training thing. Like what Schaefer did to me the other night where he was like, run the bank training. You're in charge of the bank training. Go run one right now. And I was like, I didn't even know. I literally got no idea how to do this. I just went and did it. It's fucking well scary. So I was like, oh, it's Tuesday, so it just makes me feel a bit more comfortable to try and like be the one to lead this thing. So we walk over to the telegram station. I explain the whole, you know, the basics of why we use telegrams and why we're always communicating, and tell her to go and send a telegram. And then she turned around, and it was like that scene at the end of Ant-Man when he's on the phone to them and he's in the quantum zone and he's floating around and he's like, hey guys, and then it cuts back to them outside and there's just a few bits of dust floating because she walked outside and we got Thanos'd away. We just vanished. That's what I thought would happen. She actually did see us get kidnapped, but I was like, oh, you're kidding. So I saw them all. I mean, I was watching them roll up the street and I was like, oh fuck, who are these guys? And I actually thought they were going to rob the bank. But they were all coming up the street really slowly following McGregor, and I was like, oh fuck. And I could see, and then one of them peeled off and was riding alongside McGregor, and I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, gun. And he pulled the gun out. And I was like, okay, they're going to kidnap McGregor, so I guess what I'll have to do is grab the cadet and go and deal with this and just be like, look, what my original plan was going to be was grab the cadet and try and follow them to see where they went and then go and get reinforcements. That was actually going to be my plan, which is a little off protocol, but it might be interesting. Instead, they took me as well, and I was like, fuck, the cadet. Tuesday's just logged in like, hey, I want to be a cadet. Where did you guys go? Where is everybody? It's the worst thing. The worst thing when you're a cadet as well, because you don't know what you're supposed to do or where you're going or what to do. You're just like, what do I do? What do I do? It's so scary. When you're a cadet and shit pops off, you're like, oh, I'm sort of a cadet. So I'm supposed to I'm sort of now like part of the law department. And I know I'm not like allowed to do anything, but what should I do? I don't know what to do, especially like literally, 5 minutes into becoming a cadet officially? We just vanished. And then the guy fucking tried to kill me with a machete. I was like, this was not how tonight was supposed to go. I wanted to train someone and learn how to train someone. And instead, I took one of the most grievous wounds I've taken since becoming a deputy. Being shot in the back was bad. I had to take like 3 or 4 days off or something for that one. But like, I mean, taking a machete to the neck, I'm like, all right, well now I've got to now I can't do anything for at least 1 day. I think what I'll do is tonight I'll log in and see if Ryan wants to do the training tonight. I've been trying to catch up with Ryan, but I know that the players had just a nightmare week out of character. The person that plays Ryan on the server is sort of just had like a horribly busy week, and I'm like, dude, it's all good. I literally couldn't care less when we do it. So we're trying to figure out when to do it. But so I'll log in and see if she wants to do that, and also if I can, because I'm fucked up. But I think because it's interrogation training, I shouldn't need to be able to, like, you know, it's not like rope training or something. And then tomorrow, what I might do is play on Levi, with or without Biz, I don't know. I could even play Levi tonight. If I log in on Lucien and there's really not a lot for him to do, I think I might just log out and maybe play a bit of Levi. But I think tomorrow I'll play Levi while Lucien's resting. And maybe go to the market on Levi, even though Levi is still wanted. But I'm kind of thinking everyone's probably forgotten who he is. The only couple of people who could identify Levi. One of them's dead. One's Malarkey. I can't even remember who else could. I can't remember who could identify him. Which means there's no way they remember. So as far as I'm concerned, he's not wanted anymore. They barely know who he is. His file is really confusing. And they don't really know, or they haven't got everything that he's wanted for. So I think I'm probably good to just like bowl around as if I'm not wanted. And if something happens, so be it. I think Keppel might be the most dangerous one for me at this point. It's possible that Keppel might be able to ID me pretty quickly. But we'll see. So that's what I might do that tomorrow. I might do some just like rolling around as Levi and just getting used to being back as Levi. There's not really much I can do on Levi. The problem with Levi is because he's a bit wanted, and because predominantly I want to do things like shine runs with him, and one of the things that I like doing on the character of Levi is getting with the gang, you know, minimum of maybe 3 of us, and getting on a wagon. I don't really care about the doing the shine or the getting the money or the thrill of like doing a shine run, and sometimes we get caught, you know, like when Wiley tried to fucking kill me with a warning shot, you know, like that kind of thing. It's fun and it's exciting, but that's not really why I'm doing it. What I like is that the wagon becomes a rolling roads porch. When we used to play a couple of years ago, and I played on Tar, and me and some of the others would stand on the gunsmith's porch in Rhodes and just chat for like 4 hours. Sometimes something would happen in town and, you know, it'd be crazy, but for the most part we just stood around, you know, leaning on the fucking wall and talking and in character and just sort of having a good time. And that is what I love doing on Levi. It's like my favorite thing is to just be, you know, driving the wagon and everyone's just making jokes about fella and corned beef and shit. It's just so enjoyable. It really reminds me of the old Rhodes RP that we used to do. And yeah, without the gang on, you know, and without any sort of like significant directive, like Levi is, I can do some things on my own. It's a bit more I can try and do what I would do when I was on my own before, is like roll around and just try and find someone getting robbed. But like in all of the hours and hours and hours I spent doing that, I only found like 3 people. I only engaged with like 3 robberies. And like there was one night where I sort of like ran into the same gang a couple of nights, and then I just fuck with them because Levi is a vigilante. But I mean, the odds of rolling into someone being robbed are they're really, really low. There's the chance that I get robbed, which is a bit more difficult because that can be quite hard. It's quite hard to, because there's a no value life rule, which is really confusing, to be honest, that you have to sort of avoid doing something that would clearly be, you know, a non-value of your own life. So it gets quite hard to do vigilante stuff in those situations. But yeah, so I end up, my point is I end up with very little to do on Levi when I'm just on my own, which is the point of Lucian. Lucian is the character for when, you know, maybe the rest of the gang aren't on, I play on the Law character, because there's always something to do on Law. But then whenever Lucian is injured and needs to take a couple of days off, I've got nothing to do on Lucian either. You know, I could maybe do a little bit of, you know, we could go to the market, or we could hang out with Chloe, or, you know, do something. But, you know, it's like hours and hours and hours of just being like, hey, Floral, you're just forced to not be able to do law work because I'm just like laying around, which is lame. So yeah, it always puts me in a weird position. But I think that's what I'll probably do. I think I might just like boot Levi back up. He's back in the crossing now. They've been back for a few days. Predominantly Bizcotto's fault, because he logged in to Alexander just to like set some stuff up and then met someone. Like someone was like, oh, it's you. And he was like, oh, fuck. Which means canonically he had to come back. We had a whole plan for like Levi and Alexander were going to come back together because they've been in Pittsburgh, but I guess now they're back. They're already back in the crossing. We've been planning some stuff, but we'll Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with gang things. Me and Biz have been talking about it, but we'll see. So that's what I might do. I think I might just bring Levi back around. And then when Biz is playing on Alexander, we'll do some stuff. But I might try and do some like solo shine runs or something on Levi and just poke the bear with lore a little bit and just get, you know, do some light vandalism. I don't know. The only other thing I was thinking of doing was making just a straight up fucking violent criminal and just bringing him in. And just having another character who's a fucking ballistic psychopath like Rufus was. And just to generate, you know, some threat RP. It's not like there isn't enough of that on the server, but you know, sometimes it might be fun to just have like a maniac that just shows up every now and then and does something crazy and then goes to Sisika. I don't know. I had a couple of good ideas for more violent, you know, action-based criminals. But one of them was sort of based around Imogen Blackwell, and then she died. So now I can't do that. And yeah, another one, I won't reveal what it was going to be, but it sort of, you know, relied on some other people and they haven't been around as much. So, yeah, I haven't really thought about it. So, I don't know, man. It's annoying because I don't want to just make a criminal who's just like, oh, I'm violent, and just shows up and be's violent. But also sometimes I do think that it's worth doing. I don't find it as rewarding, and I think it can be kind of annoying and boring on lore when there's just a random violent character. It's just like, I'm violent for no reason other than being violent, and you're like, okay. But also it does give you something to do when there is no tip line things coming in. It's a weird line when you're lore, because when you get loads of stuff happening, loads of violent criminals knocking about, you're like, fucking fuck, what the fuck is your deal? And they're just like, I'm violent for the sake of being violent, and you're like, you suck, what the fuck? But then when there's nothing on, you're just standing around, just standing on a porch, like, hey, so where are you from? You know, some not saying that none of these things aren't rewarding. Like, I've enjoyed getting to know other characters on the nights where nothing is happening. I've had some good RP where I've just been like, so who are you? Where are you from? Like, we've been rolling around in formation together for fucking 7 months, and I don't know anything about you, and you get to know the actual character behind the lore, the badge characters. But then I feel like there needs to be, if you're playing lore, maybe it's just me, but then I like it when there's like a little dash of each thing. I like it where one night I'm in a fucking gunfight and it's chaos. I like it when one night I'm doing a little bit of detective work. I like it when one night someone's been murdered and we have to deal with it. I like it when another night some absolute the blood moon night and there's just absolutely like just nothing but chaos all night. I like it when one night nothing is happening and you're just stood around like there is literally nothing going on. This is weird. It feels uncomfortable. I don't trust it. I like it when it's equal, but when you have too much of any one of those things, it's horrible, I think. I actually think it's horrible. If it's just gunfight after gunfight after gunfight, it's just like, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't want to do this. I'm sick of fucking shooting my gun. When it's nothing but like investigations and you're not really getting anywhere with them, you're just kind of writing stuff up on case files after case file after case file. You're like, oh, I'm dying. I just want to fucking shoot someone. When there's absolutely nothing going on, which was a lot of the period that I didn't stream Lucian. There was a point, I think it was when the last time the Dead End Gang got put into Sisika, which was just after I got the badge. There was just like endless raids on Van Horn, and then they went to Sisika, and like the whole server just fucking stopped. I swear to God, there was no crime for like 3 weeks. And I was just stood around every single night. Like, I couldn't believe nothing. I was like, chase any little morsel of like a moonshiner. I was out there, dude, like fucking riding as hard as I could to get to the fucking thing. It was incredibly boring after a while. Because it's weird with lore characters when you're on duty. You want something to happen, you know? You kind of want something. There's no point otherwise. I could be playing another character. So it's just a weird position to be in, and some of it is me being a petulant child and wanting the video game to go how I want. But I think, yeah. So I sort of can't tell whether I want to make just a violent criminal who's sort of just a bit more crazy and a bit more violent for the sake of it, just to give Law another person to chase, or whether it's just like we sort of have enough of them. I think I would probably end up, I'd produce this character. The same with Lucian, where I'm like, I'm going to produce an NPC here, and then I'm not going to be able to help myself. I'm going to layer in all these extra elements, and it'll probably be a little bit more rewarding, I would imagine. I don't think I wouldn't want a character that's just running around RDMing people. I'd want some sort of reason for it, but I also want to leave them fluid enough that maybe they could join any gang. It'd be fun to sort of just end up in a gang naturally, you know, instead of like being like, you know, hey, Biz, Leah, Maya, Orcish, let's make a gang together, you know, which is really the only way to do anything. But to naturally just bowl around until you meet the right people and end up in a gang. It could be interesting to see how that goes. So I don't know, man. And then like just making a sort of more violent criminal, just because I kind of want to do stuff where I'm just sort of like, one night I just log in, I try and rob a bank by myself. Because I could do a lot of this on Levi, but I think it would spoil his character. I'm a bit more precious with Levi's character, which kind of limits me a lot. I think that's the issue I'm running into, which is why I want a throwaway Crim who can just perma, basically. If the lore get him, they can perma him. That's the other thing I want to do, is I want lore characters to be able to straight up execute people. I want to provide characters that die. So that, because, you know, lore characters just fucking like do this guy over. They win in a gunfight against him. Kill him. If he's, you know, if I kill a couple of people, I'll like kill a bunch of NPCs or something. Give him the electric chair. Give him the martial. I've never done it on Lucian. It's one thing I'm so excited to be able to do. I mean, it's going to be. I think it would fuck Lucian up a little bit, but the thing where you have to fucking shoot the person, you know, they do the executions. Yeah, let him be executed. Give the law that kind of side of things. Which I think would be fun to offer them. You know, like just have a character that is designed to be permed by law eventually. But yeah, I get kind of precious around Levi because he has a lot of rules to his character. He has a lot of things that I don't want to spoil his character just because I'm bored one night, which means I just don't play him, you know, because I'm like, I know I'm going to log in, I'm going to roll around by myself, I'm going to get into trouble, I'm going to be alone, which means there's not going to be anything I can do about it. He'll either get into some sort of grievance with another gang where they just like start doing the thing where they're like, I don't like your tone, boy, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna hunt you down for the rest of your life and endlessly kidnap you and make your life a living hell and then kidnap all of your friends, and you're like, I don't want this. I just wanted to log in, and I had no intention of this happening, you know. Or I end up getting caught by law and I get this whole like criminal record thing going on, and then Levi has to do a term in Sissika and I have to get out and be like, I was in Sissika, Alexander. You don't understand. They only fed me corned beef morning, noon, and night. I just feel like it would kind of like spoil his character, and the reason is that I was bored out of character and played him. So that's why I kind of like don't play Levi as much at the moment, because I really love the dynamic that Alexander, Levi, Jin, and the others have together. And I kind of don't want to further Levi's character too much without them, if that makes sense. And this is a little bit the trauma of what happened to Rufus, right? I made Rufus as a character that was supposed to be part of a gang. We all made our characters logged in, and then none of the others logged in again for ages. But I was like, I don't want to play Tar because I'm going through a breakup and doing all of this like really like romance fucking relationship RP is just kind of freaking me out and triggering me out a little bit, and I just didn't want to. I couldn't deal with it for a little bit, so I was like, I'm just going to mainline Rufus because he's a fucking psychopath, and that's going to help me not think for a bit. And So I played him, but none of my gang was on. So I ended up joining the fucking Dead End Kids. So I joined the Dead End Kids, and then they all get put in Sissika and they bench their characters for a little while. So now I'm in 2 gangs. Well, now I've got nothing to do again, so I'm rolling around. I end up fucking in the fucking Summers gang. So now I'm in the Summers gang, and I'm rolling around, and I've built up all of these different storylines where I'm in 3 different gangs. 2 of these gangs don't like each other, and I'm just stuck there in the middle on a character who I'm like, I don't care about this. You know, what do I do about it? I'm a psychopath, so I have to play it like I don't give a shit. You know, then the other gang logs back in, and I'm stuck between these 2 different gangs, and I'm committed to all of these different storylines and stuff. And it's messy in a way that isn't that fun to play for me. I just feel like, because a lot of the choices are made because I was logged in out of character, and not because this is what would really be happening in character. Because in character, all 3 of those gangs would be around. Obviously, everyone's at, you know, people have got lives in real life, so they can't be on 24/7. And I think it didn't upset me as badly on Rufus. Like, I wasn't that bothered in the end in Rufus necessarily. It's just like a thing that I noticed. But it would ruin Levi. It'd ruin Levi. You know. Which is, yeah, it's kind of what happened with Maddie, basically. You know. I'm glad that she's found, like, a lot of good roleplay to do, but yeah, pretty much. Problem is, Amelia can't handle playing 2 characters at the same time either. She just makes 1 character and she's like, this is the only one I could play. If I play another one, I'll go insane. Which is completely fair enough. I don't like really playing more than 2, which is another reason I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to make another fucking throwaway character just to bring out every time Lucian gets injured. Because Lucian doesn't get injured that badly, that often anyway. I generally don't. Sometimes I'll roll for how bad his injury is, like I did last night, and sometimes I'll just pick. I'll be like, I don't really think it's a thing that I decide. Honestly, I decide as med RP on whether it was worth it and justified from the scene. If we just kind of get into like a shitty little scuffle with a random gang who I have no affiliation with, and just don't, you know, they shoot at us, we shoot at them, and you know, it's like whatever. I'll just have him be like, oh, I took a bit of a graze on the arm, I'll walk it off. And if it's sort of something where it feels like Lucian was more involved, or he was sort of like there was a lot more tension, or it was or they had more intent. Like last night, their intention was to kill Lucian, right? That was their plan. Their thing was like, we're going to teach you Laura a lesson. We're going to fucking kill him with the sword. They get the machete out and they try and chop off Lucian's head, you know? I'm like, well, he has to take a wound here. And I tried to parry the knife because I just thought that might be fun to do. I thought I didn't actually, but apparently I did. But you can't fully parry a knife, but I managed to push the guy before it actually connected with me. But I treated it like he did hit me. Because also you have the desync, so sometimes on other people's screens you'll see that he's fucking been executed. On your screen you've not taken any damage. But I think it's fair, you know, like there's no way that guy didn't hit him with a sword. I think for the RP it's so much more interesting that he did get the attack in. So I really wanted to play that out. Also, those guys were pretty fun last night. I liked the I don't really understand what they're doing. I don't know what their storyline is very much because I've not had any direct interactions with them. I've seen them about on the case files and things. But I quite liked what they were doing. I don't know anything about them, but I didn't, you know, they didn't feel like, you know, just we're gonna fucking kill Law because we're logged in on our crims tonight, so fuck off. And you're like, okay, and then they just kill you, and you're like, okay, well, you know, this was fun, but your characters are designed exactly the character I'm describing that I want to make. This character was created just to generate RP. They like had shit going on, and one of the things that I noticed about them that I was thinking about, because I went and watched Inglourious Bastards last night again. I haven't seen that movie in absolutely years, and I was sitting there watching that, thinking about one of the things that I thought was interesting about that group. And I'll stop talking about Wild RP after this and play the game. I know people like, some of you just don't give a fuck about Wild RP, but I wanted to talk about it, so go fuck yourself. is that they all seem like individuals. You know, like a lot of the time when you're interacting with a gang, especially on lore, there'll be one lawman talking and one gang member talking, and the rest of you are just there. Completely fine by me. I don't mind it at all. But the thing that I found interesting there is that they separated us and they spoke to us individually, one. But also, each of the characters felt really different in a way. There were the two sort of leaders who were sort of generating, you know, like telling people what to do. There was like the menacing one in the corner. There was a nervous one, you know? There was one that was like nervous and like freaking out. And she was watching me bleed out and shit, freaking out about it. It was cool, man. It felt interesting. And I was watching Inglourious Basterds thinking about that, you know? Because I was, you know, like Quentin Tarantino always has these movies where he has like, everyone in the movie is like a superstar. Even in like Reservoir Dogs, they're all part of a gang and they're all dressed the same, but each one has such a big and individual character, personality. So yeah, I give him points for that, man. That was I actually enjoyed the whole thing. I felt really guilty about leaving Tuesday, but yeah. There's another one where I'm like, yeah, they deserve to have this fucking character now. Like, Lucien is like, fuck those guys. They tried to kill me. They tried to chop off my head. He's got this fucking crazy, jagged fucking machete wound that goes down from behind his ear, across his fucking neck, down to his clavicle, where this fucking guy chomped him with a machete, and probably the clavicle strike saved his life. Then he started fucking punching and wailing on him, and then realized he was bleeding profusely and had to hold his neck like this. Couldn't speak because he was holding so much pressure to his neck, and then just slowly bleeding out. It was a really interesting scene, the way the other guys played it. They weren't just standing back afraid to ruin the scene with like their own individual things. The nervous character, the girl, was like, oh, I'm gonna get him out of here, and she like picked me up, and they were like, not yet, and she was like, I'm gonna take him out, he's gonna die, you know. It was good. Yeah, I'll give them that. I've not had really any interaction with the Breaker crew, but I think that was I actually enjoyed what they were doing from what I saw of it last night, at least. So I'm curious to see what else they've got going on. It was an interesting night of roleplay. Much more interesting than, well, it's not. I don't want to shit on everyone on the server who's just playing like a basic criminal who's just trying to generate RP. Because I've done that and I will continue to do that. I want to do that with another random character. But sometimes you'll have these interactions that have a bit more of a layered element to them, or maybe they work out in an interesting way. And sometimes it's just knowing them better, and sometimes they just approach it differently. And when you're on lore and you're constantly being kidnapped and you're constantly being in gunfights and you're constantly being, you know, marched into a fucking basement and told to fucking put your hands up and, you know, this is why we're doing this, you deserve this. It's nice when you have some of those like deeper and layered elements. So I'll give them points for that. I definitely give them points for that. I really enjoyed some of their approach to that last night. Yeah, didn't hate that at all. Don't really know who plays all the characters. I know one of them, but that's it. Grabbing Lucien instead of just fucking fanning the hammer. Yeah. Same as the guy the other night when I misfired the fucking gun and the two of them didn't just kill me. That's hard to do, man. When you hear a gunshot go off, it's hard not to immediately start firing. And they just didn't. That's a good role player right there, man. Better than me. I'm trash. Okay. So, that's Wild RP. Now, if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, and you're like, oh, this sounds interesting, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I play on a Red Dead Redemption roleplay server. Most nights, like, I do a second stream, twitch.tv/BradRandom. I have a second channel called Brad Random. That channel, I tend to stream roleplay to it. It's very casual. It's very much just like the stream goes up, and if you want to watch it, you can. There is a link to it on the main channel, and in the Discord there is a notification that goes out if you're curious as to when it goes live. But I play on that quite a lot. I try not to talk about it too much on here because it's boring if you're not interested in it. To be honest, it's boring even if you are. Just watch it, you know, and then move on. But I thought, I'll give some of you my headspace as to what's going on with some of the characters, because Lucian's going to be benched for a few days. Levi is back, but I really don't want him to accidentally get him. You'll just ride into someone and you're suddenly embroiled in a very deep and long drawn out storyline, and I don't want to risk doing that with Levi too much without it being with the other gang members as well. Levi's very fun for me to play when the others are on, but like not that fun to play when they're not, because I have to be really cautious. Which isn't to say like fuck them, they're not playing. It's just that's how I approach playing him, because I'm a bit more precious with his character. So maybe I'll roll up a little violent criminal and I had a sort of a couple of ideas, but I'm not really set on them. I don't really want to make a character that just for the sake of it and just just have him be annoying. But I did think of a couple of characters. I had a sort of really cartoony one who's like basically a Batman villain, and I had one who I was like, it might be interesting to try and play, and this is so stupid, but try and play the shittest criminal. Not like he's shit, but like quite literally just see what happens if I try and play the most basic criminal. And by shit I mean has no character, no personality, and just is like, come over here fella, nice horse fella, put your hands up fella, and then just pocket wipes people and just and to just play that character until someone in law kills him, and the whole point of the character, they'll hate me for it, no one will even get it, no one on the whole server will even understand this, but the whole point is that someone in law gets to fucking kill one. Someone in law just gets to go fuck this guy and kill him. Just fucking run up to him and be like, I fucking hate this character. Bang. Kill him. That's the whole point of it. Run the bet on how soon you get a bot message. Yeah. It's way harder to play violent criminals and walk the no value life, right? The line for that no value life rule is kind of wobbly anyway. There's a lot of weird grey area, which is what I think gets a lot of people in trouble. Because you can sort of defend yourself if they're hurting you, but you also can't if they've got you surrounded, and you can't. But like, sometimes it can be a bit confusing, which is where that comes in. But I mean, I think I get it. I don't think I'm so stupid or that bad of a role player that, I don't think I've ever had a bot message apart from the clusterfuck that was Pronghorn. Pronghorn, I think everyone was in trouble for. Like, I think every single person in that thing got in trouble in some way. So, and that there's just a pure clusterfuck, and I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. It was so long ago, I can't even remember what it was about either. So that's where my head is at. I might end up doing like a bit of a random, just sort of criminal who I will play for 2 days and as a flash in the pan, just mad criminal, and then have him either die or just get thrown into Ithaca, and then then I can just get back to Lucian for every time that Lucian is injured. Pronghorn created so much RP, yeah, it did. But I mean, there are rules on the server for a reason, and it's just sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes there's lots of moving parts. I don't think I don't think anything was malicious there. I don't think any, you know, sometimes people are just kind of salty. I don't think there was anything like that going on. There's just lots of moving parts on a server like that. There are rules, there are in-character etiquette, and there are actual server rules. There are approaches to certain things that sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it wrong, kinda, because how could you until you've done it? And sometimes that can be a bit confusing. I get it, man. You know, I can't imagine how annoying it is to run one of them. And then you've got different people, you know, some people are fucking idiots out there. Yeah. Look to your left, there's one. Do you know what I mean? There's everyone's an idiot. You probably work for one. Your manager's probably a twat. So, you know, some people just don't get stuff. And they fuck up. Some people make mistakes. Some people are awful people. And then you do understand the rules, or, you know, people who, you know, all these different things and all these different moving parts, and you're all improving and you're all having to sort of roll with what's happening in the fucking moment. And sometimes it's like gunshots, and sometimes it's just like confusing and people are being punched, and there's gonna be shit where you're just like, a team of lawyers wouldn't be able to fucking undo this clusterfuck. So I think that happens more often than anything else with the server rules. And I would imagine that's kind of what happened with Pronghorn. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. I'm not just trying to avoid talking about it. I actually genuinely don't know. I just was like, okay. Yeah. Alright, farming sim. Mike, thanks for the 18 months, my friend. Good to see you, old pal. I think you're my first sub of the day. Which means I should have probably not even streamed today. That's how I know. Should have taken today off. I will not be paying off this washing machine anytime soon. Oh god, the washing machine doesn't work.
Hey, Brad, what do you mean?
I don't know. It's really weird. I keep getting an error code which says that it's not taking on enough water, but it definitely is, because the error code for not taking on enough water comes up at the end of the wash and it isn't draining the water. So then I have to do the drain water function, which it drains fine. So I'm like, okay, so it can drain the water. It isn't a problem with the plumbing and stuff. There is a small leak and I have no idea how to fix it. So what I've done is put a towel under it, but it's not too bad. I'm like, this is a write-off towel that's going to stay there for the whole time I live here. And sometimes the pods, you know, the like Tide pods you put in there.
Don't leave me, Brad.
Sorry, thanks, Greg. The Tide pod things, the little, you know, pods, whatever they are that you put in there, are not melting properly. So like, I poured a t-shirt out last night and there was just the fucking plastic was on it. I had to wash it off. And then I did it again this morning. So last night I washed all of my t-shirts, and this morning I washed all of my pants and socks. And one of the socks came out with the little plastic on it. What the fuck? So yeah, it's not getting hot enough, I guess, but it's, I don't know, man, it's confusing. It's confusing. I don't know. The whole thing's a confusing mess because it's a brand new piece of equipment that I don't know how to use as well. I don't know. I need to WD-40 this chair and I keep forgetting, because as soon as I step out of it I forget that I need to do it. Amominous, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate that. I was kind of joking, by the way, guys. It's all good. I was just making memes. I just noticed that Mike was the first sub of the day and became a petulant fucking, you know, let them eat cake fucking streamer for half a second. And usually I think those little thoughts come into my brain and I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking that for, you piece of shit? And then, you know, I'll make a joke about it. A joke is funnier when it's like a little bit real, right? Yeah, don't worry, it's all good. Then I thought about a washing machine, and then I was talking about a washing machine. My brain cannot be contained. He's so random. Shadow, thank you so much for the gift sub. Q Margie, thanks for the 44 monther. God, I had such a weird dream talking about being boring. They're watching these more carefully. In my dream, I was drunk on a train with loads of random people, but one of the people who was drunk and he was like really drunk and starey was Lucian Lord. And I woke up and was like, oh good, I have a multiple personality disorder. I was just chatting to him like he was a person on the train. Think about how fucking weird that is for my brain to have done that. Lucian was just in my dream as a human being, and I was just having it. I was like talking him down, like, don't worry, man, you're just a bit too drunk, you'll be fine. He was doing the thing where, you know, like when people get drunk and they're like, oh, I'm too drunk. You know, it's worse with drugs when you're like too high, but I was kind of doing it. I was like, you'll be fine, dude, don't worry about it. Absolute reverse Fight Club. Actively witnessing my own brain splitting. So, you know, we'll log that. Can we write that one down? So that in 10 years when you're like, do you remember when he used to just do streams? He used to do these like, you know, he would like make these jokes about how he was going crazy and he'd be playing Farming Simulator and he was like really normal. And you know, and it's like one of those things where you're like, wow. He used to, but he's like, but I'm like fucking full on, like multiple personality, fucking Joker levels of mad now. And you look back on these streams when I was like, sane. How scary would that be? And you look back to this one and you're like, it was that he had this dream where he was talking to his own RP character. Oh, and it was like that's the first domino. Oh, how creepy is that? Don't like it. Gonna not think about it. Ray's given me some money. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray of Sunshine. Hello. Hello. This is a cry for help. Hello.
Hello. Hello. My name is Brad Woto, and my money is running pretty fucking low. I live alone, and if I don't get a cash flow, I'm going down below. This ain't talking about down under, no accidental blunder, nah. I'm tearing myself
Suicide, he's talking about suicide.
If you wonder if this is a threat, no sweat, internet, it ain't on you. It's my worldview. I need a redo, but if you don't come through with a little bit of revenue, I'm not my father, I don't do kung fu. Just
Is it a threat?
Train will do.
Peter, we need to talk. If you leave me, I will kill myself, Lois. That's me in this song. Give me money or I will.
Hey, Puzzle King, butterfly, a flutterby. Does he cry? Can we buy him some time? Save a life, give to 5 steps and he might put on a V-neck. Look at that body, carve through pain. Here, take $5 and caress it down your face. I'm a simp for this whole fucking thing. Tell me off, Brad, how much for a fling king? 20, 50, 75, double that. I'll give you my heart for a little dance on my lap. How many bits for a bit of that ass? How many cents before the dumb takes me to class, huh?
For many years, this has been my day job.
Power transferred to the ADS.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Get out. Get out. That should fill your whole life.
But when the important work was over, I came home to Vic. It's my farm in the Cotswolds, nestling among the ancient stone villages. It's a peaceful 1,000-acre haven of wide open fields, brooks, waterfalls, woods, and wildflower meadows. I shall farm it myself.
Here we are once again in Farm Simulator 22. We have Piss Willard's brand new album to listen to while we work. We're going to carry on playing a little bit of Farm Simulator. One of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. Can't believe people play it. Do you know why there's a bit where the car, like obviously in that edit, all of the footage is from Farm Simulator, but there's a bit where there's a car that just randomly goes and it goes, and that's because I couldn't I couldn't get the AI to remove the background music. So that there's an AI that will remove the audio, the music from the speech, right? Now when I did it, it removes a lot of the noises and the car noises and just isolates the vocals, but it wouldn't get rid of that one bit of the car. So I just had to keep the car in there. Look,
For many years, this has been my day job.
Power transferred to the ADS.
I'm on it.
So I had to put the car footage back in.
That should fill your whole life.
But when the important work was over, I came home to fix. It's my farm in the Cotswolds.
I couldn't get rid of the sound of the car, so I just put it back in. So it will only make me laugh because it's just a mistake that I couldn't get rid of. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just putting the car in it. I just put the car in it, it's all good. An actual fart, yeah. Alright, here we are. We're going to continue playing this. I could easily have been speaking about Wild RP the entire time I was just playing this completely boring game, because the only difference between the first hour of my stream, where I usually do some just chatting and talking, and this gameplay part of the stream with this game is that there is some really boring gameplay on the screen at the same time. Ray, thank you so much for the $50, by the way. I don't deserve it. It's way too much money. It's way too much money. And thank you for the gift subs, everybody, and the hype train. Insta Rage being one of them. I know that you get some good emotes out of it at the moment, which is exciting, isn't it? Anonymous, Chicklet, Lux, Satan.
That doesn't say Satan.
Yes, it does. But we're doing a contract at the moment in the game, which I will continue doing right now, to harvest this field over here. I did a bit of it yesterday, and we're going to finish it off today. Did one trip. And I probably won't play Farm Simulator anymore. I can't really imagine unironically playing this game, but I can get it if you. I get it if you're listening to a podcast or watching something on another screen. 100%. This, I could watch this stream and play this game, because this is all you're doing is just, you'll be watching something on another screen. Do you know what I mean? I do kind of get it, but the people that just mainline it, the people that have that, like that setup that we saw yesterday, he has like the proper steering wheel and just one screen of the game. I can't imagine doing that at all. Yeah, I think I'll take tomorrow off. I've got the thing is, I've got a lot of Cura prepped, but I might just do a little bit of work on the I'm working on another table story project, so I think I'll get some of that done in the morning, and I'll just do a Wild RP stream in the afternoon. We'll either do a new character or maybe bop around on Levi. I'll sort of see how I feel tomorrow about it. And that'll be on the second channel if you want to watch that. Sunday we're now playing D&D. We'll do that either until Gary is dead, and I'm talking about the real one. Oh, you got that emote? That's a cool emote. I did for a second think that I'd muted myself. So we'll play D&D on Sundays now. We're doing Twitch Plays D&D. You can watch the VOD if you want to catch up and find out what it was all about. Last week we did episode 1 of The Legend of Gary. That was really fun. Yeah, the way that we're playing it is that you as a collective chat are playing this character Gary, and you're going to be run through. We completely randomized and created a world and a setting and sort of a story for Gary, and we played through the first session of that with me GMing you as a collective chat room, but a single player character, Gary, through the world. He's level 1. We're playing it like it's pretty orthodox. I'm gonna just try and see if I can figure out ways to sort of streamline some of the stuff. Like I think I might try and do away with the bonus action, because it's just going to be a lot of stuff to do, and figure out if there's a way to combine make bonus actions either free or make them into full actions and give, you know, offset the loss of it in some other way. So because it's a lot of stuff. I was tuned in halfway and was so confused. I need to catch the VOD. Yeah, so we're going to be playing that every Sunday now. Either until Gary dies, if you get him killed, which could happen within 1 minute of this next session based on where we're starting, or you know, until we just don't want to do it anymore, or you beat it. Maybe you beat the campaign. He's got to save the world. So that's what we're doing on Sundays from now on. So Sundays is Twitch Plays D&D. And then on Monday, I'm going to play through Cyberpunk again. And I'm going to add in the DLC. I might look at a couple of mods. And yeah, we're going to do... I think I'm just going to play through Cyberpunk again. But I do want to play the DLC as well. So we might be on that for a little while. So if you want to watch the beginning of that, then that'll be on Monday. That's the plan for the stream. That's the plan for the stream. No, XP, you're leveling up on XP. He's getting actual XP every week. Naiko Midori, my friend. Thank you for the 43-monther. Hello, your side mirror just made me get up and wipe my TV. My side mirror? In the game? What's he talking about? Like in here? You okay? Do we need to call a doctor? Oh, the bit to the left of the truck. It's not the side mirror. It's the exhaust or something. It's the fumes coming out. Look. Why isn't it harvesting? Oh, I accidentally fucking lifted it up. That was a fly, yeah, no. God, there's so many flies in this apartment at the moment because I've had all the windows open from the heat. Like wide open. Try and cool this place down. And all it's done is attract an absolute shit ton of flies. What's good though is that there aren't any spiders up here. There's one on the outside of this window that I've noticed. But so far I haven't seen any horrendous, like those disgustingly huge ones rolling across the floor. Hell yeah, dude. Farming. Now this is farming. I'm kind of excited to dust off the old Cyberpunk intro. Because honestly, I think it's one of the best intros that we've ever made. And I don't know if I want to change it. I kind of just want to watch it again. I don't think... I might update it. I might see if there is... more stuff we can add to it, but that Cyberpunk intro was hilarious. Also just kind of excited to play Cyberpunk through again because I watched Edge Runners. The game vote had Leviathan presents Cyberpunk. That is, first of all, Maya. The way you remember these things is hilarious to me. I know. Okay. I know, dude. My, this is kind of bullshit with these trees, huh? Why are you going forward still? I stopped clicking the button so long ago. Actually, this probably worked out better. Edge Runners fully informed the build of my second playthrough character. Yeah, I mean, since playing the game, I've seen some really fucking cool shit in Cyberpunk, but I just have this feeling that it's all like shit that you have to play the game for 700 hours to get. You ever watch those like Cyberpunk, I don't know, they like do certain builds and you watch them do like a level, like those old Dishonored edits? And you're like, man, you can do that in this game? I just ran around shooting people with a gun like it was COD. I didn't know you could do any of this cool stuff. Just came back from a tattoo. Nice. What'd you get? Was it bad? Where was it? I think what I'd like to try and do is like a Corpo playthrough. But I don't really remember what I did last time. I don't remember like the I don't remember the upgrades and stuff that I took. I think it might be fun to try and specialize in some way. I hope somewhere exists the same game in which you are on Dune and you have to harvest spice. But it's Dune spice harvesting. How's that Dune? Oh, we're done. There was a Dune like RTS game that came out not too long ago, right? What's that like? What happened to that Terminator one as well? Is that out yet? That one looked dope. I never see any RTS games. No one plays them anymore, but they're fucking amazing. I used to play them all the time. Will you be playing the Cyberpunk DLC as well? Yep. For the third time today, I shall say these words. I'll be playing the DLC afterwards. Dune Spice Wars is great, yeah. A harpy on my arm. Easy breezy? Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Cyberpunk has changed a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I don't remember, so I don't know. We got 2 loads in last time, didn't we? Terminator 1 is out, no good. It's another type of game, you know, builders, RTS games, and JRPGs. My favourite types of games, can't play them. Whatever my favourite type of game is unplayable on the stream, so I have to play shit like this and Cyberpunk. It's an honest job, but someone's got to do it. I'm the farmer. Apparently I'm Denzel Washington. Sounded like Denzel Washington, you know it. Why is it not harvesting this bit? No, I haven't played the Command & Conquer Remastered. I've been meaning to play it. Gabriel keeps messaging me like, "Hey man, do you want to, maybe you and we could play a bit of Command & Conquer, perhaps?" And I'm always like laying there like the PBTV Gary meme. Barely fucking conscious. I'm like, Final Fantasy VII has been relegated to I'm just playing it offline now. I've even set up the PlayStation on the computer. I'm good on the TV. I mean, I'm not. It's over. You guys ruined it. Can't play anything that I like. It's the rules. If the general rule of thumb is, if it's a game that I like, can't play it. The channel killer. If you like the universe, you'll be fine. Okay, yeah. I would watch you play Spice Wars. I know that all of you say you're all in here typing. I would watch it though. I don't understand. Yeah, but there's 7 very vocal people who would watch it, and then there's 100 people who won't go near it. I mean, even this. The first day I played this, 100 extra viewers. But literally 3 days in and everyone's out. I fucking don't understand it, man. If you turn off the harvester, you'll move faster. Well, thanks, Brendan Schultz. I don't know how useful that'll be, considering I'm harvesting. I know. I mean, when you're not going to, when you're not when you're not harvesting and you're driving over to the truck. Shut up. I forgot. All right. I just didn't turn it off. And I couldn't care less about the 0.68 milliseconds that I saved. I'm not neurodivergent enough. I'm sorry. I know that all of you are neurodivergent and you can't fucking handle watching me play this, but there's nothing I can do about it, alright? I'm so happy you're playing this. I have 1,250 hours in Farming Simulator 22. That is insane. Doing what? What do you do at the same time as playing it? You do something else, or do you just play the game? Because that's the one thing I can't understand about this game. You're watching like podcasts or TV or something at the same time? Even Lux is horrified. That's saying something, because that's higher than Tom's Civ 6. Civ 6 is another one I'd love to play, but not allowed. Why do you sound like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Yeah, well, why do you sound like someone chewed up some corned beef and why do you sound like someone chewed up some corned beef and then spat it out onto why do you sound like someone chewed up some corned beef and shat it out? Yeah, C2 can play at that game, Van. It's my viewer voice.
This is how you people speak because your brain doesn't work.
Absolutely destroyed him. He's been destroyed, guys. Truly. Usually I play it while watching YouTube or Netflix. See that, I honestly, I can't really fault you for it. 1,250 hours is too much. Hey, guy. There's other games. Play one. Try it. Hey, Brendan. Get a wife. Get a girlfriend.
I don't want one. The combine harvester is my girl. That's all there is to it. I won't have a goddamn word said bad about her. I love her. She's mine. All mine.
That's another good point, actually. I forget sometimes that people smoke weed. This is a weed smoking game. Wouldn't be a game that I would have played, but my weed smoking game was like Borderlands and shit. Borderlands is so fucking shit and boring. Unless you're high. And it becomes the greatest. Are there bovine steeds in this game? Horace. Don't stroll in here trying to act cool when everyone knows you play Warhammer. Sit down at the back of the room. Hi, Pindon. What is happening? Nothing, because it's the most boring game of all time. Racing games are good for hire as well, yeah. I used to play... I was a Gran Turismo kid, predominantly. But I also was a big fan of... God, what's it called? MotoGP. Just watch the bike go round and round, baby. I don't Warhammer, but I'll play the part. Alright, I was just testing you to see if you do. Trying to figure out where the Horus came from. Which means it just came from what? Egypt? Is Horus an Egyptian god? Which means you probably... Which means you're probably just on the spectrum. If you're still into Egypt over the age of 8 years old, that's a full autism diagnosis, isn't it? Remember being 8 years old and like finding out about Egypt and it was like... And then if you're like 26 and you still react that way to stuff about Egypt, you have a full... This is me giving you a full autism diagnosis. Not an attack. This is a safe space for the neurodivergent, but it is a fact. It is a fact. It cannot be denied. Maya is sweating right now. You aren't completely wrong. The username is from 1996. Okay, explain it then. Tell us about your name, screen name. Can't wait for the fellowship today. No, don't get them excited. There is no fellowship stream today. Don't listen to him. And it's his fault. If anyone has a complaint about that, it's entirely on Pony Punch. It's his fault. The bovine steed is a pistol willard test. He's probably being held at gunpoint. All decision trees lead to ADHD and autism, I know. It's fun. I'm just obsessed with those autism tests that they do. The real ones, not the I'm 16 and I'm on TikTok autism tests. The actual, you know, people who actually have autism and the way that they conduct those tests to see, you know, whether you might have autism or Asperger's or something like that. I think it's so interesting. Here you go. You feel better now? Look, I turned the harvester off. My father believes he was an Egyptian pharaoh in his past life. He also has undiagnosed ADHD. Yeah, and schizophrenia. That's also he's also schizophrenic. 1996 was 42 years ago, yeah. A fellowship farming sim. Is this multiplayer? They just discovered an ancient path that was most likely used to move the materials used to make the pyramids by... Well, we know what the pyramids were made of, Tudor. You don't need to say the materials. They're made entirely of magic and alien technology. Tudor, what you're describing right now is called alien technology. Idiot. It used to be Horace Grant for AIM. Pyramids are made of aliens. Well, that's a nice streak. Nice streak, baby. You know the first thing that Lucian said when he woke up? Where's McGregor? Is McGregor alive? McGregor didn't even ask after Lucian. So that's all you need to know about Orcish as a person. It's nothing to do with McGregor, that's literally the person playing him, 100%. That isn't true. I know it's true because I raided into your channel and watched. Like a psychopath. You left my stream. I was in there long enough. And you were reminded, actually, by the doctor of my existence. Because she said, oh, your colleague's doing just fine, don't worry. And then you went, oh yeah, how is he doing? Is he okay? So, it's all good. I was there. I watched it. I hate trailers. I hate them. And not just the men, but the women and children trailers too. It's so fucking hard to turn around. This was pretty good though. Oh, he smashed it. He smashed it. He's getting there. He's learning. He is learning. I asked on the back of his horse. Lying. I'm finding the clip. As soon as he posts it, delete it. Lux. Do not let him. He's ready for Truck Simulator, yeah. That is next, isn't it? That's after Cyberpunk. Lux found an incredible game which bridges the gap between my audience. Now, as we all know, 50% of my audience are autistic men and 50% are white women. Which means the only games that work are I can either play something shit like this for the autistic men or something shit like Stardew Valley for the white women. You know? But she's done it. She's found one. She's found the game. I'll tell you what it is if you give me 10 gift subs. Otherwise you'll have to wait. Sometimes I say that because I just don't want to tab out. I just don't want to have to set up the content that I'm providing, that I'm supposed to provide. I just don't want to tab out right now. Good God. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Did you see that? And then a fusion happens and you get me. Yeah, I mean, I know. There's some of you that will watch all of it. And that's how we know what you are. What are you? it now. Where is it, Lux? Engineering sandbox physics building game. Enjoy the freedom of completely gridless 3D sandbox building combined with hilarious ragdoll third-person controls. Cozy stream mixed with engineering. The excitement that rippled through the chat room at the prospect of it was palpable. If it doesn't have a progression system, I don't want it. Well then, that doesn't count. Delete that right now. This doesn't have a progression system in it. I can see him messaging me, but I can't tab out. I will not fucking look at it. This is my world and reality can be whatever I want. Welcome to my stream, motherfucker. Delete that right now. She banned him.
Is Lord okay?
He's gonna be fine. Boy's gonna make it.
Okay. Passed out on us. I reckon I might pass out here.
No, you ain't gonna pass out.
What I think is hilarious is that, like, once you were found, they were like, who were they? What did they want? What did they say? Can you give us any information? And McGregor was like, no idea. See ya. And no one asked me. I had all the information that McGregor didn't have. Never unban me. I asked about Lord. I fucking asked. I saved his life, goddamn life. What a posh little twink. Don't know. Not. I won't have him in this chat room. I don't like him. Big up the farming community. Big up the boys ripping his dick off in rage. I love the like my mental image of the ripping his dick off meme is like, you know the gorilla meme where it spins around. That, and then it rips its dick off at the end is what I imagine in my head. But yeah, dude, they were like, hey, McGregor, what happened? And he was like, dunno, see ya. If they'd asked me, I could have told them all the information that he didn't have. No one asked me. No one was like, hey, you want to give a statement? You want to tell us what happened? Who it was, what it was about? Nope. And then I was watching them ask McGregor. And McGregor was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know who it was, what they looked like. I didn't look. There was a lot going on. I didn't ask. I don't know what the fuck happened. Anyway, bye. And then just left. I was like, okay, well. I have For every question Mark McGregor had, I had the answer. That isn't what happened. No, that isn't what happened, but there was stuff that you didn't know that I did. And if they'd asked me, they would have had that information. I mean, I'll go in and, you know, fucking add anything into the casework myself later on, but I do always find it weird when people do that. They're like, oh, we'll only ask the sheriff. Why don't you hire an AI worker while you sell? Because I don't even want to play this game. I don't even want to be playing this game. I've been playing it for fucking 2 hours. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't care. And I will never, ever get one. You and we are not the same. You have 1,250 hours in this fucking game. I have 6 at best. You're like, you must turn the, as soon as you get to the very edge of the field, you must lift the harvester up and it will make you move 0.0001 miles per hour quicker. And then also if you hire an AI worker to get the stuff out of the field and over to the cellar, you'll make money ever so slightly quicker. Within your returns on the 5 seconds that you spent driving over to the field will be slightly your yield at the end of the, I don't care. I'm not min-maxing a fucking cozy girl farming game. Alright? I refuse to min-max a fucking cozy girl farming game. Stardew for boys. Grow up, dude. I won't do it. I like the whole process. I like going to the thing, dropping it off myself. It's fun. It breaks up the monotony of just going up and down this thing in lines. I literally cannot fathom why anyone plays this game. I cannot fathom it. I certainly cannot fathom having 1,200 hours in it. How many days is that? 1,250 hours in days. Might be able to do it in weeks. 52 days. 7 weeks of your life. But the non-meme answer is I like doing all of the all the bits. It's fun. It's fun to break up the monotony of just going up and down this field. I have a min-maxing habit. I know you do because you have 1,250 hours in this. And you played RuneScape. Is Bryndin getting on your nerves? No. No, definitely not. You just haven't spent enough time around me. 7 weeks where you could have been... I mean, there's absolutely... This is exactly what I was saying the other day. Like, everything that I get on your case about whoever you are, whatever your game... You come in here, you're like, Brad's playing my favourite game. I can't wait to watch Brad play my favourite game. And then all I do is just fucking rip the piss out of you for this being your favourite game. Whether it's this or whatever else, you know what I mean? I'll rip the piss out of you all day for fucking 4 or 5 hours for playing this, and then I'll go play my dress up cowboy game. And then I'll go and you cut to me a few years ago mainlining COD for about 4 years. I didn't play any other games. I played the different CODs for 4 years. All night, every night. Way more than 1,250 hours. League, when I used to play League, you know, there is absolute... I have no fucking defense. Always, I think one of the things that you have to... When you're trying to deal with me, because people come in, they get so rageful. They're like, oh, this guy's such a prick. This guy's such a fucking... He's so angry and moody. He's so pissed off all the time and he hates everything and he's wrong, his opinions are wrong. You know.
I want you to remember that everything I'm saying is you could prove everything I'm saying wrong within one Google search. And just show evidence instantly to the court that I'm full of shit. And it, like, you must know by now. Some of you must know. I don't even fucking believe what I'm saying. I just need to say stuff, because otherwise this is the stream. This is the stream. You know, it's just how I speak to people. Just the way that I interface with the world and the way I speak to people. I don't actually give the slightest fuck about almost anything I'm ever saying, you know. Obviously there is lots of things that I do take seriously and we talk about seriously, but for the most part, if I'm ripping the piss out of you for your thing, you can fucking instantly you just have to say the words Call of Duty to me and I've lost. There's nothing fucking going on in here. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm a complete hypocrite. Everyone is, but my God. You know, don't worry about it. If I'm sitting here like raging out, there's no way I'm actually full of rage. Like the guy yesterday that was like, are you insecure? You're getting really angry. And I was like, and those of you that are in here every day, I was just being chill. You know what I mean? But because of the way that I am and the way I present myself and the way I speak, people just aren't used to it. They just can't fucking deal with it. They just have they're like, what the fuck? He's not just immediately being nice to me and sucking me off so that I hit the follow button. No. I don't give a shit. Even when I'm being angry on stream. I honestly think there's only been like 1 or 2 times where I've probably actually felt genuinely angry at some stuff. Maybe someone said something or something happened. Oh, and like I've had rage quits on games, but even those are like, you know, it's not like I'm being fake exactly, but it's just like we're all fucking around, you know what I mean? It's not worth taking it seriously. For the most part, you've got this up on a second screen. You're fucking punching numbers for work, or you're playing a fucking game of your own, and this is just there as noise in the background to stop the fucking parasites from speaking in your brain. Just to keep you slightly distracted from having to worry about the fact that the fucking world is ending. And it ain't that deep, bro. I had relatives that would do this work IRL without any music or podcast running. Serial killer. Serial killer. If you play this game and all you're doing is playing this game, and you haven't got a podcast up, you haven't got a TV show on, you haven't got music playing, you just got this full screen and nothing else. Serial killer. You should be thrown in jail. Precog, Minority Report. Put him in jail because this is we have no evidence aside from this. Put him in jail. No, Pearly. No. Even the people that have the fucking steering wheel, the people that have the steering wheel and the setup and everything, put on a podcast, dude. Holy shit, dude. Chuck on Bleach. Throw on One Piece. I don't care what it is. Throw on a fucking Creed album. Grow up, dude. What the serial killer? A serial killer. Full-blown psychopath,
kills small animals in the morning to feel alive. Absolutely unfathomable.
Is he live on Twitch? Can't find.
I don't believe you can't find it. I don't think you tried. The fucking easiest thing to find ever. Ain't no way. There's links on YouTube that you can find. Or you just Google it. As if like every search bar isn't just its own version of like Google or something now. It doesn't matter what browser you're using. You just type the words Brad Woto Twitch. How hard can it possibly be? It's definitely the only one that comes up. Lying. Provably lying, that guy. Someone tell that guy he's a liar. Banned. Yeah, 100% banned in the chat room. Can you talk down to me next, please? The sub has entered the Dom chat. Walked in with a fucking ball gag in his mouth and typed that out. You know, sitting at his desk in nothing but a leather belt.
Fucking, can you crush my fucking testicles under a fucking high heel, please?
No way, dude. Any of that. We're gonna now it's sex hour, isn't it? We're doing sex ed now, guys. We did it the other day. And we're back on it. That level of pleasure pain thing. I get the pleasure pain sex stuff to a degree. Sex stuff. Has never had sex in his life. Literally has no idea what he's talking about, clearly. Sex stuff. I've done sex stuff. Whatever that's called, I don't know. You know, like BDSM. It's too far for me. A little bit of pain is great. I'm into it. I can get into it. I'll take it or leave it. I'm not bothered. It doesn't have to happen. But if you were like, if you just fucking lamped me in the middle of it, I'd probably be okay with it. If you just fucking elbowed me, I'd be okay with it. You know, if you fucking showed up and you were like, I'm going to introduce this whip into it, I'd be like, okay, let's see where we're going. But the ones that are like, the full-on, fucking like leathered up, zipped up fucking gimp mask, can't breathe, crushing the fucking balls, just getting absolutely fucking destroyed. Oh, dude. Nah, dude. My balls are too sensitive for that. I can't do it. It's the most TMI I've ever fucking shared on the stream, but no way. Leave them alone. In fact, leave them alone entirely. Stay away from them. Just get the fuck away from me right now. That's me in the middle of it. But the crushing and the stuff that they do like that, sounding and shit. Fuck, dude. No fucking way, dude. Get the fuck away from me right now. Soft. Weak. Acting like either of you have ever had any sort... Neither of you have ever had any sexual relationship with any willing participant that was alive. Aston 100%. Aston 100%. In here with an opinion. You said alive? Exactly, yeah. They have to be a willing participant that's alive that isn't related to you, Aston. Sensitive balls. Do you enjoy choking? Choking's fine, yeah, that's all good. I mean, that's basic though, isn't it? That's like white woman level.
white women level. We need the tier list. You know, and the bottom one needs to be white woman. Then top needs to be like Valen Vane BDSM club. Bro, what? That's why I watch videos on mute. Can't handle it. Literally has no idea what's going on here. Imagine having a conversation with that guy, can't handle it. You're like, hey man, how's it going? Do you have a penis and balls? And he's like, ew, brother. A Christian in the other channel. That is not appropriate. That is not appropriate conversation for church. Shaza, bonjour. Je m'appelle Jazalenko. J'habite Paris. Je suis le Twitch. Je suis Twitch VOD viewer. Mom, he said penis. Mom, he said it. I didn't say it. I had to say it because he said it. To tell you, Mom, he said penis. Penis, you know, so, like the clinical way. My penis. Make a tier list when you want to take some time off the game. I actually do that. I actually do cuss a little. On my Discord, you can submit tier lists for me to do. You go into the Discord, post a tier list in the tier list submissions channel. I don't know what it's called. And I might do them as something to do. Fetish tier list. I wonder if it exists. I'll do it. I don't mind. It would be pretty boring. I'm sure that I'm definitely not like white woman boring, but I'm not on that list. I'm not on that list. I must have something weird. But I just don't have any of the weird ones, you know. Like even feet for me is weird as shit. People who are into feet are fuck it. That I can't help but see it as a red flag. You know what I mean? If someone said to me they were into feet, I wouldn't fully ever be able to trust them. You know, like fully trust them. Which is weird because like there's other body parts that like everyone like obvious. So there's obviously like you could be into face, eyes, lips. I get it. Boobs, arse, dick. Bits, all the normal bits, right? Thighs, I can get behind. Thighs, I get, right? Especially like, I mean, the thing with thighs is like that meme where it's like, this is where the boner is made. That meme is my fucking. Now I have to Google this. This is where the boner is made. Thigh meme. What are the odds this is going to come up? There it is, okay. Makes me laugh so much. See that part where the thigh fat is subtly pushed in by the thigh high? That is where the boner is created. That is how fast it is. Dude, that's... I get it. It's not like... It's not really my thing, I guess. But, you know, like people have like a thing and they're like, this is my thing. But I get it. You know, and then you got a bit more obscure. Back. I wouldn't have been on team backs can be sexy, really, because I just don't think they just look. They don't look like anything. Until I dated a girl who had the most amazing back. I couldn't believe it. She had the most amazing back. She had these little dimples at the bottom of her back, and it changed my opinion completely. I was like, oh okay. I get it. It would never be my... It's never going to be the thing. You know, like feet people. That is the thing. But I was like, okay, so backs can be sexy. All good. Let me ask you something about the feet thing, though. I mean, Orcish 100% has a foot fetish. Quentin Tarantino in the chat. But feet, I think feet are fucking gross. I've almost never seen any feet that I didn't think were minimum mildly grotesque. My feet are beyond grotesque, especially since I damaged my toes. When I damaged my toes like 2 years ago, I fucked up the nails on them. They never grew back right. My feet are absolutely fucking horrendous. They're like scaly. They exist only to be slammed into the ground by my legs so that I can move around. That's it. That's all they do. I don't do anything else with them. They just get absolutely destroyed. And that's it. They're just on the end of the fucking pegs. And go all the way up to the most beautiful, you find like a foot model or something. The most beautiful pair of feet in the world, whatever that objectively looks like, would still look grotesque to me. So weird. They're weird looking. Feet are weird and gross looking. They have these little fucking horrible little mutant protrusions on them. These little fucking tumours on the end. 5 little tumours with fucking crispy nails on. Little fucking... It looks like something mutated. Something from Fallout. Absolutely horrendous. Padme's back. I mean, yeah, she has a nice back, doesn't she? You're right. Padme's back in the backless dress in that fucking... and then that scene in Attack of the Clones where she shows up looking just like unbelievable, you know? She wears the sexiest fucking thing she could possibly find in the shop. She basically shows up in lingerie. She goes to a fucking Victoria's Secret, picks up the sexiest thing in there, and then walks into a room with Anakin and goes, "We can't, Anakin. We mustn't do this." And Anakin's sitting there with the fattest boner of his life, sweating. Literally being invaded by a magical evil force. And she put on the absolute most fucking drop-dead sexiest lingerie. And she's like, "No, we mustn't." Fuck off, you fucking harpy. You absolute piece of shit. What the fuck are you doing, Padme? You fucking bitch. What do you mean, though? Show up in a fucking... In the thing that in a potato sack. The potato sack the guy wears in Game of Thrones because he doesn't wear clothing. You know what I mean? The old man priest in Game of Thrones. You're going to have this conversation. You show up in a hoodie. You show up in the thickest coat you could find. Winter coat. The fuck are you wearing, dude? It's the fucking funniest scene in the whole movie. Unbelievable. What the fuck is she doing? You show up in a hoodie. You put on a face mask. You know what I mean? You put on all the pimple stuff, you know, that you put on the pimples. And then you say it. Don't fucking show up in the fucking most unbelievable outfit you've ever seen in your life. And then be like, "Oh, we mustn't do this, Anakin." What the fuck? Where were we? What were we talking about? Feet. Feet, weird. Never. I just don't get it. And I never will. And you never have to. Little pig, little pig. Hardest thing in the game, reversing with this trailer on the back. Kind of wish I had a bigger, deeper trailer rather than a longer trailer.
Like a Christmas ham laying on top of a bear trap.
Here we go. Here's Peter. Are we ready for this, guys? I'm never sure what they meant by foot fetish, though. Already, you know? It's so defensive. Like, I find feet beautiful sometimes. Gotcha. Gotcha. But not like I want to suck the whole thing or something. Just like, oh, they do look nice. Trying to dial it back so badly. Trying to dial it back so badly. Has the full... Exactly, is the person we're talking about. Is the person we're talking about. Is the... Did you see the TikTok of the guy that was at like a football game and he was taking pictures of people's feet? And the people behind him were just looking at him and he was just scrolling through feet pictures on Google and saving them to his phone. There he is. It's Peter in the chat. Hey, Peter. You're trying so hard to dial back. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not... The thing is, I suppose I don't really understand what a foot fetish is. It's just, you know, a lot of people say foot fetish, and if I could get the definition on that first, because I'm just not quite sure if... I mean, the thing is, I find feet quite, you know, I can find some people have very, very beautiful feet, and I wouldn't presume to say that is completely naked and masturbating to a foot picture right now. And you're the guy. Fucked it. I have to go in backwards. We have to go in the back. That's hilarious, dude. Venus dimples, is that what they're called? Yeah. Yeah, that I could get into. It would never... The thing is, like, it's an additional thing, isn't it? It's an additional thing. That's what it is. It's never the thing. Oh, I need to switch sides. It's a supplementary additional thing to have a nice back. That's it. What's the deal with everyone in England being poisoned by water? I watched a really good TikTok where the guy like poured a glass of water and then drank it and the Rads noise from Fallout was playing. Got to boil our water for a while. I think it's the southwest, but I don't trust that shit. I'm not getting sick. If you're from the southwest of England, you've got to be boiling your water or buying water right now. Yeah, Annie did the same. I stopped last night. I had a fucking headache after roleplay, and I went and just downed a fucking pint of water. And then the first TikTok I saw was like, "Oh, we're being poisoned by the water in the UK." There's a parasite in one of the biggest water things. It's in southwest England, Danny, so I think we're all good. But there's a fucking parasite. There's been 22 confirmed cases, but basically this thing could become truly devastating. So it's like, great. I think it just makes you sick, like you vomit and diarrhea up. It's not like you're gonna die or something like that. But yeah, man, boil your water. I might just for the sake of it go and buy some. I've got too much health anxiety to be drinking water right now from the tap. I'll get it out of the toilet. I'll go and buy a bottle of Evian. A problem with water? We don't ever experience that in the States. Yeah, I know. Yeah, one of the big water things where we get water from that supplies like, it's like 500,000 people or something. They found parasites in it. Cool. So they're having to, everyone in the southwest of England is having to boil the tap water now. Which is what I did this morning. Because I'm one of those people. I'm like Annie. I was like, oh, we can't drink water. No, you'll be fine in London. Nope. Boiled it. I went and boiled the water. I boiled two of these. Two of these. This is boiled water in here. Fuck, that hurts. It sucks, man. Having to drink boiling water.
Brad, you can let it cool down. You don't have to drink it boiling.
Yeah, that's true, Annie, yeah. Wouldn't want to be ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. What's in the water treatment plant? A parasite. A parasite. Yeah, really annoying. I don't trust my tap water. I don't really either, but you know, peasant life. Peasant life simulator. Real life. Welcome to Peasant Life Simulator. It's your life. You wake up in the morning and see if they've paid your rent back that you mispaid to them. No? Call them up. I called them up this morning and they were like, we paid it yesterday, but I guess it hasn't transferred into your account yet. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. I understand that this was my mistake and not yours, but... I just can't take it any longer. What hurts is I've got to pay the second half of my tax in 2 months. For a month and a half. All good. All good. Please subscribe. Just treading water, dude. Treading water. I'm confused and scared about tax. Yeah, I mean, everyone is, right? It's the worst. It's the worst thing. I bought a washing machine on the credit card. A bit concerned because I didn't buy in my last tax year, this one, the one coming up that I have to submit for next year. I didn't buy a lot of stuff to write off. So it's a bit like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hi, D1P2T3K5. Today's stream so far has been, you will die from water poisoning, you might have a massive tax bill you haven't prepared for. Yeah. Well, I haven't. You might have. I don't know. Stormtrooper, alright. And Orcish has... He's gone. That was the end of Orcish for the day, I guess. Don't know why he wrote that. Crazy person. Oh, D1P2T35K. The joke, I would... a clone trooper. A clone trooper. What are you sending me, Maya? I had no idea what this is. What type of washing machine did you get? Top load or front load? Dryer 2? Who does it? Would anyone really care? Front load, no dryer. You got a front load dryer? Ooh, fancy pants, Rich McGee over here. Fuck you. Rishi Sunak made an extra 120 million this year. Cool. Of course he did. I mean, that's all he's doing it for. He doesn't actually want to run a country. He just wants the money. I have a side load dryer. Ooh, fancy pants, Rich McGee over here. Fuck you. The IRS sent me a letter that my tax return was incorrect and they adjusted it for me. Then what the fuck do I have to fill this shit out and send it to you if you already have all the info? Yeah, I saw a TikTok about that once. It made me laugh a lot. Like, if you have the information, just tell me how much I need to pay. Hi, Toxie. She's toxic. The American standard. I load clothes into it like one would load a mag into a gun. Yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about, man. It doubles up as a gun. It's like a Optimus Prime transforms. The ripcord.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm toxic.
I might try and stream to TikTok on Monday and see if the computer can handle it. What do you think? Think it can handle doing YouTube, Twitch and TikTok? What I just want to do is I just want to get 10,000 followers on that fucking app so I can earn some money on it. It's really hard to get followers. For some reason. Can you all go and follow over there, please? Jack Black was seen. Where? Show me to me, Rachel. He was seen in Ohio. Oh, please. Send it to me, Rachel. Send it to me, please. This is my next TikTok.
If you...
The fuck is it? Well, this is concerning. Where did I send it?
Where, Rachel? Show me to me, Rachel. Show it to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel. Now, please.
I was laying in bed the other night and I was like, I want to hear Show Me to Me, Rachel, but evil, because I think it would be hilarious and scary at the same time. So I made that. Jack Black is in Brighton. Well, I'm not. I've moved, so never speak to me again. Farming. What got you into Gaming Simulator? Farming Gaming Simulator. I watched Clarkson's Farm, and I thought it would be funny to play Farming Simulator because I watched Clarkson's Farm, and then I turned on the game and it's excruciatingly boring. It's one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. Hi, Toxic. Toxic. She's toxic. Where's the straw hat? That's a microtransaction you have to pay for. I made this as well. Oh my god, I can do that? How did I do that?
For many years, this has been my day job.
Power transferred to the ADS.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Get out. Get out. That should fill your whole life.
But when the important work was over, I came home to fix. It's my farm in the Cotswolds, nestling among the ancient stone villages. It's a peaceful 1,000-acre haven of wide open fields, brooks, waterfalls, woods, and wildflower meadows. I shall farm it myself.
Oh, tablets, you teleport to your different things. Show me to me, Rachel. I love that Foxy Lady knows this, by the way. How many hours have you got in the game, Foxy Lady? You fucking weirdo. Easily one of the weirdest people in the chat room.
Power surge.
The One Piece filter. I knew that Biz would be like absolute. Only reason I got it was because I knew that Biz would lose his mind. I knew it. Jesus was seen. I had a mega erection all day because of it. I mean, completely. You know he's laying on his back, kicking his legs up in the air, laughing at that. Gomu no gigante erection. Absolutely lost. Fucking absolutely lost the plot. Completely no longer sane. Homelander talking in the mirror. I played it for 4 hours or something. Lying. How did you know that tab was the button if you've only played 4 hours? Lying. Look, you have experienced shame like no other in this channel, Foxy Lady. You're free to just be your honest self with us now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Show me to me, Rachel. Twirling his penis. Jizz Kyle is out of pocket. You have to change his whole fucking name now. Alright, see if you can guess who this message was from. I'm making beef chili with pasta tonight. Do you want some? That's it. No message before, no message after. That's the whole message. Mum? It can only be my mum, right? It can only be my mum. No one else would send that message. Liam. Liam sent it. Let's get ChatGPT to send a message back that says no. ChatGPT 4.0 we're on. One step closer. Can you write a message to politely decline my friend's offer of dinner he is cooking? Who did he say it was? Beef chili with pasta. Beef chili with pasta. Hi, Liam. Thank you so much for inviting me to dinner and offering to cook beef chili with pasta! ! I really appreciate your generosity and the effort you're putting into this meal. However, I have to decline your kind offer this time. I hope you have a wonderful dinner and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Best, Brad. I'm just going to add one little line in there for him. I'm going to add one line into it for him. Send that. I can't believe that isn't from my mum. I can't believe that is a message that isn't from my mum. Liam's currently dying of some sort of fucking deep fucking jungle parasite that's crawled into his earlobe. 100% drank the diseased water and is making the pasta with the diseased water. And if he thinks I'm gonna fucking risk catching whatever parasite is currently burrowing its way into his brain. Can I tell him some of what your week has been like, Liam? It's actually really weird because there's a second element to it that I want to talk about.
The parasite needs more hosts.
So Liam, I'll tell you the whole story, chat. Me and Liam go breathing on a nearby hillock. Now, already the story's insane. We go breathing on a hillock and it's really windy, right? And the wind is like absolutely battering the side of my head on the right side. This was a Saturday last week and then we came back here after we went breathing, and he built that bot, the dice bot, right, for D&D. The whole time he's like doing this, he sat at my computer, I was just like pottering around. My ear was killing me. And it was just aching. I didn't mention it or anything, it was just because I'm a man, but it was kind of like aching. I was like, man, my ear feels really weird. We make plans to meet up at midnight that night to go and look at the Aurora Borealis shit that was happening. You remember the night, sky was lighting up. I go about the rest of my day, my ear stops hurting. I do whatever I'm doing, and then I go to play D&D. On a Saturday night we play in a Daggerheart campaign that Aaron's running us through. Partway through, Liam sends me a message. I'm dying. There's something wrong with me. I've got vertigo. And I have just thrown up. And I was like, cool, he's got COVID, now I've got COVID, great. So he's like, I'm dying, and I was like, alright, fine, this is all good. We won't go and watch the thing. The next day, he's like, I'm at my mum's, I'm fucked up, I can't walk. I was like, fuck. What's happened to you? He was like, dunno, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I was like, alright. Okay. Whatever he's got, I've caught it. He's put it all over my stuff. He came to my house. Whatever disease he's got, 3 days from now, I'm going to be dizzy, I'm going to have vertigo, and I'm going to fucking vomit, and I'm going to have to go to the doctor as well. But I was like, alright, well, well, hopefully you're fine. And I just thought he had a stomach bug or something. He was like, I cooked some chicken earlier on, and I was like, okay, well, he cooked some chicken. Friend is dying, immediately worried about yourself, yeah. Yeah, 100%. I couldn't give a shit about him. A little bit of me wanted him to die. And I was just like, but my working out was like, he's probably got like a stomach bug, or, he's got some sort of bug or something that's making him feel rough. And I was like, it's kind of, I couldn't figure it out because he just had vertigo, and I was like, oh, what is it? The next day he goes to the doctor and they send him to have a fucking MRI. And they're like, you've had a stroke. You got to go have an MRI. So he goes to the fucking hospital and has an MRI. And they go, you haven't had a stroke. You have something called BPPV. Which is like a little, and I'm going to butcher this. It's like a little calcium buildup in your inner ear, in the fluid in your ear. Yes, Annie, yeah. I only knew what it was because Annie had it last year and was complaining about it when she came to my house and was saying like, oh, it's this crazy thing, and she was telling me about it. And basically you just have to like let this calcium fuck off, and you just have to feel like shit until it goes away. Right? So like Liam tells me this and I'm like, dude, that first of all, obviously it sucks. I'm like, fuck man, that's fucking awful. That's just, and it's so annoying. The thing is it's so annoying because you just can't do anything. Like, what can you do? You're just fucked. You can't do anything. You just have to lay face down and listen to podcasts, I guess. Super annoying, super rough. Felt really bad for him. My sister messages me and is like, did you find out what was wrong with Liam? Because obviously I told my family because I did actually care that Liam was unwell, and I was like, yeah, really rough for poor Liam. So I messaged my family and they were talking about it. My sister messages me and was like, did you find out what was wrong with Liam? Like, what it was? So I told her this story and was like, yeah, it turns out it's a thing called BPPV. And she said, just got back from the doctor. They diagnosed me with it as well. Same day. Or the next day or something. She's got it. So now I'm like, parasites. And I've locked down my house and no one's coming in. A parasite has gone into your ears. A parasite is in your eardrum. Stay away from me. Yeah, super random. She actually has had it for ages, but Liam got it like suddenly and intensely, whereas my sister has been complaining about it for like a long time. My sister also has health anxiety, right? So she's also a bit of a hypochondriac like I am, so, you know, whatever. But she came to my house, like, she came to my house the other day, but before, it doesn't matter, who cares. She came to my house at some point and was talking to me about, she was sitting there and her nose started bleeding out of nowhere. This was like a couple months ago. And she turned to her son, who is 6 or 7, autistic, and said, go and get dad. Go and get dad, there's something wrong with me. And then she passed out. She fainted. She just sat there, suddenly her nose starts bleeding. She's like, go and get your dad, and then she fainted, right? She comes to, sideways, blood. No one's there. And she's like, what the fuck? And she calls up. She's like, hey, you know, Dom, come down, help. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. She's like, no, now. He's like, yeah, hold on. She's like, no, now. Emergency. He was up there just doing his thing on TikTok. Just scrolling. The kid came upstairs and was like, Dad, you need to go and help Mom. Mom wants you to go downstairs. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then just started watching TikTok with his kid. He's a nice guy. Like, this is not him. He's not like a fucking toxic piece of shit who was ignoring her. He just didn't realize it was like an emergency, you know? Because how often does that happen? How often do you know, you're in a fucking relationship for years, you've got kids, and you're like, hey, come downstairs. And you're like, yeah, in a minute. You know what I mean? Until it's like someone's like screaming. Even when people scream and stuff, I've had shit like that where you're like, you hear something break, and you're like, did they just drop a glass? But you're like, oh no, they just fell through a fucking window. Kids ask you for help. It's like, yeah, it's not, he isn't a bad dude, by the way, just because I know it makes it sound like he is. But yeah, but the thing is, nothing came of that. She just sort of like had this nosebleed or whatever. But she's been saying that she's been really dizzy for like weeks, and I wonder if that was the same thing. Oh, fuck, did you see that? I missed that one little bit. Oh, I'll get it on the return. Oh, look, we're at 99. Yeah, man. So yeah, she's been feeling rough as well. I always feel dizzy. but I think it's the medication that I'm on. Makes me feel just a bit dizzy. I mean, maybe I have this thing. But it's so weird that 3 people I know have this thing. Annie had it last year. And I think, Annie, you said it was a recurring thing that you've had since you were a kid. Liam gets it, and the next day my sister's fucking got it. I wonder if do you have the same doctor as my sister? Obviously, I won't say where. Maybe they're just diagnosing everyone with it. The water firm has got parasites in the reservoir. I doubt it. You probably go to a private fucking... Probably go to a fucking private doctor that's out in the Cotswolds. My sister sees a fucking ripper doc. Because we're from a poor family on the other side of town. Liam's from the rich side of town. Me and my sister are from the poor side of town. We go and see a ripper doc. Some fucking back alley maniac. Yeah, super weird that happened to both of them. But that's not why I'm gonna not eat your beef chili. The reason is that I have ARFID.
Do you really?
I don't think so. I think I have... It's another one of those situations where I have some sort of OCD situation that looks like an autism situation when it is in fact mental health. Liam is gone. I am what remains. The parasite. I have a broken ear, so it was bound to go wrong. Yeah, yours is fucked. It just sounds horrible. I've got enough things I've got to go to the doctor about. I've registered at a doctor in my new town, but I haven't heard back from him yet, which is slightly concerning because I do need a refill of the meds. But I keep... my original plan was to come off of them when I moved here because I thought they were doing me no good. But I've moved here and realised that I feel better even while I'm still on them. So actually maybe it isn't the medication and it was just I was losing my mind with stress over the last 6 months of living in that place, and winter and summer kicked in, and, you know, I feel... I will never feel mentally strong, but I feel mentally stronger than I did just before I moved. I was completely cracking up for pretty much the entirety of winter. From November until last month, I was going fucking crazy. And I was like, well, when I move, I'll come off of these meds and see if that's affecting it. But actually, I've moved in and I feel fine. And I'm like, well, maybe now I don't want to lose that spoonful of serotonin I get from these meds. And I can just enjoy my summer, because winter will roll round and I'll feel bad again, because every year winter makes me feel bad. And I'm like, I should move to Spain. Every summer I'm like, I need to move to Spain. I need to fucking move to Spain where it's sunny and warm all year round. And then I don't do it, and, you know, round and round he goes. So now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't come off of these meds, but I think I just want to go and speak to a doctor about it. So we'll see. I registered and I haven't heard from them, and it's annoying me. It was such a nightmare to register them. I walked all the way to the fucking place in the middle of town, and they were like, come back tomorrow. Fuck you, dude. Give me the form. They're like, oh, we can't do it today. Come back tomorrow. Fuck off. No. Just do the... It's not that hard. Just write my name down. And then I just did it online anyway, because they were like, you need to register in here to register online. And I was like, really? That seems stupid. And then I did it online anyway without them, and now it seems to work. I had a problem with in this country we have a thing called the NHS, the National Health Service. For some reason I just couldn't log in to the app stuff, but I actually kind of hacked in. I figured out a way to create a new NHS login for myself, and then it merged with my old NHS login, and then I was logged in, which is so scary, really, because probably if I can do it, someone else can do it. But it worked, and I was like, fine. So now I'm either a brand new resident in this country as far as the NHS is concerned, which will no doubt come back in some horrible way and fuck with me when MI6 knock on the door thinking I'm a fucking, I don't know. Or I am actually logged in. I mean, maybe that's why they haven't heard from me, because it's like, it just looks like a false account. I don't know. But I'll see. But I am running out of medication, and I don't really fancy cold turkeying it, so I'm like, I need to know now. I need to know now whether I'm coming off of this medication, because I'm not cold turkeying this shit. It's fucking, it's horrendous. It's one of the ones that you have to really come off real drip feed off this thing. Wean yourself off of it. Medication. And if I'm gonna, I need to start doing it now. But, you know, if I'm going to come off of it, what I mean is if I'm not going to be able to get a doctor's appointment and then get my prescription set up in time, I need to start now. And then come off of it, and then maybe get back on it when they figure my shit out. Super annoying. Breaking me out. It's all good. Losing my mind. In any brief little moment where I'm not fully, completely engaged with something, doing a stream, playing Wild RP, cooking dinner, Parasite creeps in and it's like, well, what if this happens, and what if that happens, and what if, and I'm like, do something quick. I have to do something else. I can't let the thoughts in, and I'm fine. Some parasites do form a cyst-like shell around them sometimes when they enter a place that they can't survive in. What if it calcify bit is just the dormant parasite? Annie and Liam are gonna fucking have a mental breakdown if we keep talking about this. The medical anxiety that Annie is now having to go through because of this fucking strain. Alright, I think this might be it. We should be able to do this in one batch. Hi, Velocidotus. We're farming canola, I think. It's the episode of Rick and Morty where the alien takes over everyone on Earth, but they all become one person. It's trying to... that he's in love with Rick. Canola. Great job, Foxy Lady. Really helped me out there by writing it phonetically. Claiming they're like, oh yeah, I've only got like 3 hours in it. Furious that I mispronounced canola. Knew what Tab did. Fucking lying. The lying in the chat room. I mean, I know all of you lie all day at me anyway, pretending you know so much stuff, but Jesus. The lying from Foxy Lady today. The lying the other day about the foot thing. The sock situation. Pretend, oh, it's not a thing I do. And then we caught him out. Caught in the lie. Foxy, just be yourself. If I can get on a fucking camera every day and be unabashedly myself, you can do it in a fucking anonymous chat room. Come on now. Grow up, dude. Get a life. 1000% as over 100 hours in the game minimum. Minimum. Well, my review of this game is that it's fucking intolerable. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. Legitimately 0 out of 10. Would never play again. And don't let me. Farm Simulator 25 will probably come out. And I need you all, and I'll be like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if we played Farm Simulator for a day? Don't let me. For the love of God. An astonishingly boring game. Unfathomable that people mainline this game. On a scale of sounding yourself to foot fetish, where would you rate this game? Sounding. Genuinely would rather die. That is not hyperbole. That is not an exaggeration. I would genuinely rather die than try sounding. Kill me. Watching this while playing Rusty's Retirement. I don't know what that means. But it's not looking good for you, Anne. Ear Parasite or this for 2 months. Ear Parasite. Well, I've got just the bowl of chili for you. Well, boy, oh boy, have I got just the bowl of chili for you. Come get your fill. I've got the Chihuahua next week. Which Liam means I'm never leaving the house. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to have a dog in here or not. So I can't leave because it's going to bark. You know what I mean? So I just don't think I can leave for 10 days. It's happening again. Cabin error. You do breathing out your window. That's what I've been doing. I haven't stopped doing it, but I haven't gone outside to do it. I just take my... Well, I don't put socks on. That's what happens because I don't sleep in socks. So I just don't put socks on. And I sit on the edge of my window and do breathing. It's the same. It's not, but it's close enough.
The breathing continues. It was his legacy. He goddamn died for this. When that parasite crawled into his ear, he died for this. We continue the breathing exercises in his memory.
Hearing that you had a stroke must have been awful. Well, I remember when Liam had an MRI when we were kids for something else. Which was pretty scary. There are 2 times I thought he had died. Both of them the morning after a party. Well, no, one was the night after we went out drinking and one was the morning after a party. And he had to have a bloody MRI for them. It's fucking terrifying, dude. He's fucked it. Oh, he's fucked it again. The stroke team coming out. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I got a response from Liam. Hi, Name. Thank you for letting me know. I understand that beef chili isn't everyone's preference, and that's totally okay. I appreciate your honesty. If you have any dietary restrictions or preferences, please feel free to share them with me. I'd be happy to prepare something that suits your taste better in the future. Looking forward to our next get-together. Best, your name. Let's write him a nice little message back. We've got to keep him. We've got to tell Liam why. Hi, friend's name. Thank you so much for inviting me to dinner and for offering to cook beef chili with pasta. I really appreciate your generosity and the effort you're putting into this meal. I wanted to share that I'm currently dealing with a challenging eating disorder and some extreme mental health issues, which make it difficult for me to participate in the dinner at this time. It's a personal struggle I'm working through, and I hope you understand. I would love to take a rain check and hopefully try your cooking another time when I'm feeling better. I truly value our friendship and look forward to catching up soon. Best, your name. Fuck, dude. Foxy sent me time played 209 hours. Foxy sent me a print screen. Farming Simulator 22, 209 hours. Fuck, dude. Bro. Grow up, dude. I knew it. I think we all knew it. Alright, here we go. Low taper fade on the field. Crops don't get destroyed on the contract field, so I can like turn a bit easier. I know, dude. I genuinely believe that no one gets, I think, about 50% of the things I say on the channel. PB's one of the only people that laughs at 100% of my jokes. She has unfortunately passed on though, so there will be a memorial service held on Table Story on June the 18th. I expect you all to be there. That's the next shill show. If Whack fucking suddenly drops dead, I'm holding a shill show in his honor. It'll be the most successful shill show we've ever done, and he won't see a penny of it. It'll be the funniest fucking thing of all time. Brad, who did you send that chat GPT response to? Because it wasn't me. I didn't send it. It'd be funny if I did send it to the wrong person though. The only people I speak to on on WhatsApp are you, Andrew, my mum, my sister, my cousin brother, and my auntie. So, wouldn't have mattered either way. Pay for the funeral, luxury coffin. Oh no, you wouldn't get a luxury coffin at all. You'd get fucking homemade cremation. I'd snort his ashes, and then I'd probably just play some Wild RP. The roast of Wax Steven. Do you need me to explain that one, or Wake Steven? Come on. We can do this in one last perfect line. Will it reach the edges? No, it's not going to do that bit, is it? Fuck's sake. I bet there's one little patch in this field somewhere that I've missed. Is there a way to find out? The map view, isn't it? Get ChatGPT to explain all your jokes. I get ChatGPT to write them all before every stream. What I'm doing. Done it. Fucking nailed this shit, dude. Got 10 grand for this. If you see on Discord that I'm playing this game, you know, any day after today, it's fake. It's fake. It isn't real. I'm definitely not playing this and watching Bleach on another screen. It isn't real. I don't like it. I've not enjoyed the experience, and I'll never play it again. Alright. Get a life, bro. Foxy's been waiting that whole time. Fox is so fucking angry, dude. Sitting there gripping the side of her fucking desk, headbutting the fucking screen. Bleach. I love Bleach. I've never watched an anime slower. I watch one episode of Bleach a month. Not a joke. Genuinely. That is how many I get through. Dude, when is Yellowstone back? Come on, man. Where is it? I want to watch Yellowstone. Dude, look at this. He's got the skills now, baby. Oh, he's got the skills now, baby. Look at this. Oh, they ain't seen skills like it before. Oh, they can't believe what they're witnessing in the chat. Absolutely fucking killing it. Truly killing it in the game. I was just thinking about that. He's refusing to come back, isn't he? Oh, Kevin Costner? No, I think it's filmed, isn't it? It's done. I think he did. I think there was some trouble between some of them at some point. But I just think he's going to have a less important role in the final season. They continue Yellowstone, the most foreign thing you've ever written in the chat, Purple Traitor. In answer to question, they continue Yellowstone. Oh, you know what? I can't put it here. doing my part. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I've heard that Kevin Costner is potentially refusing to come back to continue filming Yellowstone. And I don't know what that means for the future of the series. The Purple Traitor. They continue Yellowstone. The most Reddit non-answer. Didn't help anyone about anything. When it doesn't help at all. Didn't help slightly. I was just wondering, actually. I looked into it a little bit, but I wasn't quite sure whether they're going to continue filming Yellowstone. From what I understand, the Kevin Costner isn't just wrote the most thing ever. Purple Traitor. They continue. Dude, only I find me funny, and that's fine. I live alone. Yeah, I think they are doing another series. They're doing it with Matthew McConaughey, aren't they? Like, I think they're just adding in a whole, like, other element with Matthew McConaughey, and it will, like, jump between Yellowstone and his story. But he becomes, like, the lead. Something like that. But then also they patch things up, so it sounds like Kevin Costner's involved again, apparently, recently. He had a bit of a falling out with Taylor Sheridan. But now they've patched everything up, so maybe he is back. I don't know. I think it entirely depends on whether this movie of his does well. Kevin Costner's just filmed, like, it's ready. Apparently it's 3 hours and 2 minutes long or something. Kevin Costner's put a cowboy movie out, and because he was more interested in his own cowboy movie than Taylor Sheridan's TV show, I think they got into it over that because of, you know, probably because of scheduling and everything like that. So they had a bit of a back and forth. Then he finished filming his thing, and now they're friends again. So I guess we'll see. But I reckon if his cowboy movie doesn't do that well, he'll be in Yellowstone. And if it does do well, he probably won't. You know, I bet that's what it is. Great. Whatever the... Is it done? Is the contract complete? How do I know? The answer, if you hear stories like that coming out of Hollywood, the answer is whatever the greed. Greed is the answer always. Completed. Fucking. Okay, I literally do not believe there's anything else to do in this game apart from animals, which are, from what I've heard, are really difficult. Animals are when you really know how to do everything in the game, you do animals. What the fuck? My co-workers are wondering how this stupid girl. Sometimes stuff just gets me. Didn't Kevin buy the 999 Ranch? No, no way. Did he? I don't believe that. It's owned by Taylor Sheridan. That's Taylor Sheridan's farm. There's a documentary on it that I want to watch. Or it's getting its own show, isn't it? It's really weird because Taylor Sheridan plays himself, but he's not called Taylor Sheridan in the show, but he's like the guy that works on that ranch, even though in real life it's his actual ranch that he does work and own. It's really weird. Taylor Sheridan's a weird dude, but I can't help it. I love the stuff he puts out. There are definitely levels to it, like some are better than others by like a pretty significant margin, really, but they're all good. I really do like Taylor Sheridan's shit. I do like his shows. I haven't seen everything he's ever done yet. I went on a bit of a binge at one point and watched a lot of his stuff. He's got a couple of good movies. He's got a couple of good... oh my god. That was close. A couple of good movies, a couple of good TV shows. I rate that guy. Or whatever. I don't know what he's like as a person. I don't trust anyone. Probably awful, they all are, but... You just have to put that to the side, don't you? Okay, so now that that is done, fucking every time I hit G1 on my fucking keyboard, I want to lose my mind. Okay, growth. No, none of them are done. This one's almost done. What is that? Soy? I suppose we could just stare at it and then turn the speed up. in game. Metal Gear Solid song. 360 times isn't fast enough. Like, I thought 360 times would like blitz, but if you look in the actual time ticking up, it's really not that fast. My God, it's beautiful. I've gone on at length about Taylor Sheridan on this channel before though, so I don't want to, but I do like his stuff, man. Fucking dude, you play this game, dude, for real? Who's playing this game? I guess we could just do another contract. Instead, let's do that. Actually, let's wait till morning. Bailing, I don't want to do bailing. Do I? Should I try it? No. Ploughing. I don't know what that means. Sowing a field with canola. Harvest a field. The wheat in field 1 for £800. What about this one for £3,000? Harvest the sorghum. Feed and grains south. Alright. Let's take that one. Field 54. $54 down here. We don't sleep. Sleep's for the birds, man. Oh my God, I did it again. Wish I could turn that off. I mean, I probably can, I just don't know how. I have those little gamer buttons on the side of this Corsair keyboard. G1. And I click G1 sometimes, or G2, I don't know which one it is, but it opens the like Corsair website and it's fucking well annoying. Oh, this guy's getting fucking eaten up. Turn the harvester on. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, dude, I actually thought he was dead. That shit would have been crazy. That shit would have been mad. I just laughed like a moose. I believe that to be fully true. Oh god damn it, I was reading. Taylor Sheridan put 300 pot. What does that say? I can't read that comment because YouTube has a stupid heart over it. He sold it? Why can't I fucking see anything? Where the fuck am I? Alright. This one is 53. This one is 54. A blood splat. If honestly it just churned him out and then police showed up, it would have been the greatest. 5 stars appears at the top of the screen. That would have been the greatest fucking moment in the game. I'd have carried on playing it. What's happening? Oh, it is working. It just didn't look like it. What was this again? Sorghum. Sorghums.
Man, I've got some sore gums. Too much sucking dick.
Alright, well, who's looking forward to playing Cyberpunk? Should we watch the old Cyberpunk intro? Is anyone, or would you, or shall I leave it tantalizing you?
The beating you will receive will be tantalizing.
That guy? That guy, the Dr. Abu?
So. You have gone down the path of wickedness. You have gone down the path of foolishness.
Does anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about? That fucking TikToker. It's hilarious. The fact that it did absolutely nothing to that guy legitimately pissed me off. Paid $320 million for the ranch. Okay, yeah. Well, that I knew. I told you that. Anything but this, I agree. We're going to directly compare viewership. Day 1 of this to day 1 of Cyberpunk. Day 2 of this to day 2 of Cyberpunk. And day 3 of this to day 3 of Cyberpunk. If the viewership remains the same, we will learn something. If it goes up, we will learn something. If it goes down, I'm deleting the fucking channel. Now I wonder if I bring the truck all the way around down to the side of this field. It's going to be better, isn't it? There's a road running down the right hand side of this field that we can bring on. I'm not bringing it along these little shitty paths. I'll get stuck. Good thing the river is so conveniently close that you can throw yourself in. What the fuck, Oliver? What the fuck, bro? Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever died in the River Thames. I think it's possible to die in that river. I'm going to watch Django Unchained. I'm going to watch a couple of Quentin Tarantino movies. That's what I'm going to watch tonight. I thought, fuck it, I'll watch Inglourious Bastards. Can't remember what made me want to watch it. Oh, I saw the scene where he does that, where he goes like that, instead of going like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch that movie again. Because I don't remember anything that happened in it. As soon as my brain purges a movie from my memory, I'm like, yes, dude, I can watch it again. Yes. I know some people watch the same movies over and over again, but I can't do it. But eventually I will forget. I forget everything. And then when I was looking for it, I saw a couple of others. I was like, you know what? I don't remember anything happening in Django either, apart from the memes. I want to watch that next. Next on the list. After 10 years, it's the first time seeing something. Yeah, same. It's the best. Yeah, I watched Hateful Eight like last year, weirdly enough. Like when I got back into Wild, I was like, I'm gonna watch a cowboy movie. I've never seen that one. I don't remember it, but I do know that the guitar they destroyed in that movie was legitimately like, I don't know what the fact is, but it was like the world's first guitar or something, and they weren't allowed to bring any damage to it. It was just supposed to be a prop, and they end up fucking demolishing it, and it was like priceless. And now the guy, either the guy who owned it or the museum that owned it, has banned Quentin Tarantino. He's not allowed in the town anymore. Fuck. Remember, we're doing D&D on Sunday. If you want to watch and play, Twitch plays D&D. That'll be the next stream. No main channel stream tomorrow. There'll be a Wild RP stream tonight and a Wild RP stream tomorrow. The main, this channel, will be back on Sunday for more Twitch players D&D.
I'll see you then if you want to watch it. If you want to tune in and watch a little bit of D&D or play and get involved, spin the wheel. I'll see you on Sunday first.
Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday for some Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Okay. Now how do we get there? I think it's just down this road. And then there'll be a right turn. I won't open a map just in case there are any men watching. I wouldn't want to be judged by any men while watching this stream. It's that road there, isn't it? It's that blue dot. Some sort of service. Fuck me. There she blows. There she blows. That's my girl. Atta girl. Combine harvester. Gary or a new one? What? Completely random, but from Brad's comment, I just realised the river from Discworld is based on the Thames. Everything in Discworld is from London, yeah.
Oh, Terry, he bloody loved it, didn't he? He bloody loved it. He bloody loved a bit of, he loved a little bit of London, a little bit of London town, going down to London town. Oh, you boys, you're going down to town, you're going up the town, you're going up the fucking manor, mate, are you? You're going up the manor, are you, boys? Alright, boys, we'll see you later on. We're going up the manor, boys. Going up the Thames, are you, boys? Alright, boys, you have a nice night, yeah, boys. I'll do anything I wouldn't do, yeah, boys.
I don't really know how filled this thing can get. I don't want to risk it though. Don't want to risk it. I also don't know if I need to close this, but I just have this weird feeling that I should. In case it rains.
Braid, it doesn't rain in the game. You've been playing it for long enough to know that now.
Shut up. Blood, you got 20 viewers. Yeah, I do on YouTube, yeah. But I'm streaming on a different channel as well. YouTube is... it's whatever. If you're enjoying it on YouTube while it's live, great. The YouTube views come from VODs. The VODs get like 1,000, 2,000 views. And I'm just trying to build a little bit of extra cash. I think I'm going to stream on TikTok as well. I'm curious to see if that will help build the thing. But Gnome, please do stream on your channel and we'll see how many views you get. How about that? How about you start up your stream, bro? The D&D on Monday. The D&D on Sunday is going to be The Legend of Gary. Yeah, we're telling Gary's story. TikTok is better. Oh, I'll take advice from you, whoever the fuck you are. Thanks for letting me know. Thank God he's here, right? The moment you don't close it, suddenly the game introduces twisters and shit, yeah. VODs are easier to watch on YouTube, yeah, for sure. Fully agree with that. YouTube is, I'm just trying to like get a little bit of supplementary income. Just like a tenner here, a tenner there. You know, it all goes into the same pot at the end of the month. I dreamt of saving dragons last Sunday after playing D&D. That makes sense. You know why? Because you were playing D&D. Do you have to upgrade your PC for double stream? No, my PC is fucking amazing. I already had a top bollock PC, courtesy of Apex Gaming, my saviors, my favorite company on the planet. The only thing I'm concerned about is internet upload speed. That will be the design. I don't know if I can. It doesn't seem to struggle to stream to both YouTube and Twitch, though I have been like slightly upgrading the bit rate every day, just to see what the top end ends up being. But whether it can stream to 3 platforms at the same time is going to be an interesting one to see. I don't really know what I don't know TikTok very well at all. I'm getting to grips with it the last week or so. I've been uploading or like doing putting stuff out on TikTok. People seem to be responding to a little bit, so I was like, okay, well maybe maybe I can get a tenner on that platform as well. If I can pull a tenner off of YouTube and a tenner off of TikTok, That would be fantastic. I don't have to be such a fucking whiny bitch about money every stream. But predominantly I stream on Twitch. Like, Twitch has been my bread and butter for the last 5 years. Yeah, so it's really funny when people come in and they're like, man, you haven't got any viewers. You haven't got any viewers, bro. You fell off. And I'm like, I was never on. I've never streamed on YouTube. It's a brand new channel. As far as anyone's concerned, you know? Like, I'm streaming to Twitch, you idiot. And I have been for fucking years. You know, your little shitty toxic comment doesn't mean anything. I'm not... This is just some extra bullshit over there. The mainstream is and always has been Twitch. I could lose YouTube at any point. It wouldn't change anything in my life. But if I can grab a fucking tenner here and a tenner there, it's just, you know, it's what I have to do now, because everything's dying. Everything is dying. Everyone's dying. The world is ending. And I'm trying to figure out ways that are not constantly relying on and leaning on Twitch chat to pick up the slack on the income that is ultimately not their fault. It's like Twitch and cost of living and shit like that. So if I just click a button and I can stream to TikTok and I can stream to YouTube and it provides me a little bit of extra cash or opens up a door that allows me to earn a bit more money here and there, then I'm gonna do that, so that I don't have to keep doing you know, just like stupid money raising streams and things, because I'm not a huge fan of constantly having to lean on other people, because you're all fucking working and shit as well, and you lot can't afford dinner. It's mental. No one can afford anything. I mean, there's a few of you that are like,
it is Wednesday, my dudes.
little oil barons or whatever, and that's all good, but you know, a lot of people are just in the same boat, man. Everyone's fucking freaking out. Tryharders as well, stopped speaking and absolutely started fucking sweating and still fucked it up. Yeah, upload speed is the issue because my internet service provider here is trash. Well, the internet service provider isn't trash, but I mean, they're all trash, right? But I went from 100 upload speed to like 20. I think it's like 20 here. So I would imagine it's struggling right now, but I haven't really noticed it. I don't know if that's just because no one else in the building or you know, on my block is using, because I'm on EE now. You know, maybe there's not that many people around here, so I'm getting lucky because that's, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's super annoying. You get 1K upload? What the fuck? I've never even heard of 1K upload. That's crazy. My old house had 1K download. I think on most days it was about 800. It was incredible. Here, I don't know what it is. It's dog shit. It's good enough. Like, you don't even notice it, to be honest, the difference. After a certain point, do you? K or G? K is very small. 1G, no, one. You've hurt my brain. Tom Bacon's is here though. There's nothing that Tom Bacon's loves talking about more than internet speeds. And the irony is he has such fucking issues with his ISP all the time. Right, it's down here somewhere I've got to go. This one? Yeah, so straight down the road and right. I can't find the screenshot now, but it's high. It suggested 1000G. I don't know what that even means. A 1,000 gigabytes. What is happening? This is how little I know about this kind of shit. It's so funny because everyone, like, so many people in my life, like my mum will be like, you know about computers and internet and that, right? And then she'll just start rattling off stuff and I'm like, I don't know anything about it. Just because my job is being a streamer and I sit on a computer all day, I have fucking no idea how any of this works. I plug stuff in and it's literally magic to me. It's like watching Doctor Strange put the fucking computer together, turn it on, Doctor Strange is like... I've got no idea how any of it works. Or what any of it means. And I've got no interest in learning because I couldn't imagine anything more boring. I'll talk about it casually here and now, but like properly learning about it or whatever, no idea. Literally no idea what the difference between 1000G and 1000K is. Absolutely no idea. Fuck's sake, every time I go to tab out. You should try using AI harvesting and you can catch the grains at least once. It's nerve-wracking. What does that mean? Oh, like the AI does the harvester and I go along beside it in the trailer. But I don't have the right trailer. I'd have to go along in this fucking truck, wouldn't I? This is the turning I want. Feel like it's not, is it? Fucked it. Train tracks it is. Oh, there's a train there, look at that. Could have been disastrous.
Images moments before disaster.
I've got a brand new combine harvester. Alright, let's have a look then. Hire AI worker. Here we go. Go. Open it up, baby. Am I not under it? Oh, fuck. Oh, he's crashed! He's crashed into the AI worker immediately. Fucked it. Oh, he's fucked it. Oliver on her first driving lesson. Am I in your way, bro? No, okay, here we go. He's missed a whole row there. Trying to get up at the front end of it. Upload is 500, download is 1,000. Yeah, that's what I had in my old house. You have no positions of... No, I wasn't criticizing the AI. He's fucked it means it's just me. I'm talking about me. Are you foreign? No, you can't be. You came in and said, oh, I've got a brand new combine harvester. What the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you from?
The skill. Precision. The uncorked asshole.
I want you guys to remember something. I'm in a fucking semi-truck. This is unbelievable. May I suggest a song? No. This isn't a, first of all, this isn't a song request stream. The music you're hearing is licensed music that I'm allowed to legally play. Not just fucking Kiss FM. What do you think is happening here, Foxy Lady? No, you cannot suggest a song. You can tell me what you were going to suggest because I'm curious. But if you honestly ever speak to me again, I swear to God. I swear to God, one of these days. This is horrible, by the way. This is nowhere near as fun as doing it yourself, because doing it yourself, you can just like mindlessly zone out. This is horrific. Middlesbrough. You can put on cruise control and set the speed to 10. Why do you even play the game, you people? If you just hire an AI worker. And then set the cruise control, you know? Why do you even bother playing? What are you doing? DMCA, alright. I'm not clicking that. Foxy. You're banned. Oh, he's fucking looking at the wrong bit. I was looking at the harvester. You know what I haven't had in years? A harvester. Everything they serve in there I'm allergic to.
Where the fuck is a harvester?
I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. I love that I meme banned you years ago for sending me a horse on TikTok and then just didn't unban you and you were just sitting there freaking out for years instead of just asking. Toby Carvery I think I can do. I'm not as bothered about it because I don't like Sunday roast. Because I don't eat gravy and everything in the Toby Carvery's got gravy in it. Well, you can order... No. No, I don't think I will. Everyone in this country loves Toby Carvery except for me because I don't eat Sunday lunch. I don't like Sunday roast, and I don't like tea. The least British man alive. I'm not doing driver seat view. Are you out of your mind? Oh, this is not possible. Not possible. Why not tea? I don't know, I just don't drink it. Everyone in the UK drinks like 85 cups of tea a day. Oh great, my fucking whole computer just crashed. No. Just this stupid fucking bullshit pop-up that comes up and I don't know how to turn it off. Everyone in the UK drinks tea all day. They have like 8 cups of tea every fucking day and I don't have any. I'll drink one. If you make me one, I'll drink it. But I've just never been one of those people that drinks a lot of tea. Tea drinkers spamming fucking endless cups of tea is crazy to me because it's got to be so bad for you. You must get kidney stones. They must be riddled with kidney stones, surely. And then they'll drink tea all day and then they get on the wine or the beer at night and it is just unreal. It has to be just so devastating for your fucking kidneys and liver for your whole... And they do it for fucking 80 years, you know what I mean? It's unreal. Coffee I drink. I have either a coffee or a Red Bull at the beginning of a stream. I think if I didn't stream, I probably wouldn't. But I sort of, have to wake up because this is basically using social energy. Doing a stream is a bit like if you go to a party. If you go to it's like going to a wedding every day. You know the kind of mental energy you have to drum up to go to a wedding? And talk to people, everyone, all day. You're just talking all day to everyone. That's what streaming is. It's the same kind of energy. You're using like a weird sort of like talking energy, but it's even worse in a way because it doesn't... You don't get to stop. You just have to do it for like a solid 5 hours. Or like whatever 4 hours I do at the moment. And it's just basically impossible for me to do without some sort of caffeine, Red Bull or a coffee. So I tend to have a little Red Bull or I'll make a coffee depending on a couple of things. Sometimes I feel a bit anxious and I don't like trying to test it too much. But I think if I didn't need to stream, I honestly think I'd probably just ditch coffee as well. It would go down to alcohol status for me, which is just, I now only drink if I'm in a place where other people are drinking. If I go and sit in a pub and talk to Liam for a couple of hours, I'll have a pint or two. If I go to something where other people are drinking, I'll drink a bit, but I don't drink anymore or anything. You have to bear in mind, I had to knock a lot of this stuff on the head because I'm an addict. So certain things like beer and that I've got to be just a little cautious with, Let's just see if I've actually got all of it. Yeah. What's hilarious is that black tea has a fat burning effect, but this effect is reversed when you add milk. Yeah. Horrible to drink. Black tea just on its own is gross though. Similar to if you work on phones, yeah, it is. I used to work on phones. Weirdly exhausting. It's like using your frontal lobe all day. Like I don't really get to just sit and talk through a script like I used to when I worked on the phones, but I'm like thinking and talking and making jokes or, you know, chatting shit or try-harding in a game or something like that. There's like a slightly different element of my brain being used. My frontal lobe is getting used up or something. But I do, by the end of it, get fucking well tired. Like I'm absolutely exhausted by the end of every stream. And it takes me like an hour or so to sort of really recover from it. But really it takes me till the next day to recover. But an hour or two and then I can play or run a table story game or play some Wild RP or something like that just to get back into it. But yeah, it just exhausts a certain type of energy that and if I don't have a coffee or something before the stream, it's hopeless. It's just it's like doing permanent damage to me every day. I drink about 2 beers a month tops. Yeah, I was filling out this doctor's form the other day and they were like, how much beer do you drink? And I was like, and there was like literally like a 1 to 2 beers a month option and I was like, it's that now, which is weird to say. I used to drink a lot more. Tom Webster drinks black tea. Yeah, I mean, of course he does though. He's not from this planet. Alright, contract finished. Really, Nanak really enjoyed that. What the fuck? Oh, I accidentally hit J. Oh, Q? I did not hit Q. What the fuck? I was aiming for N. Nanak really enjoyed that. He was like, that contract finished? Ooh, here you go, mate. Here's some fucking money for that. Oh, let me tell you what you bloody deserve right now. And it's a fucking subscription. That was bloody delicious, that was. That contract. Bruv, where the fuck are you going? Hi Brad, how are you today? Farming Sim still as awful as the past couple of days? Yes. It remains the most boring game I've ever played. What are some other boring games I've played, chat? What are my top 3 most boring games I've ever played? In my opinion, not yours. Your opinions are dog shit. I'm never ever asking for your opinion. I'm always asking you to remember what I said about a game. Stardew Valley. Stunningly boring. Unfathomable how many hours people can put into that. Doom. One of the most boring games I've ever played in my entire life. Not the original. The original was wicked. Doom 2016. Almost fucking tore my own eyes out with boredom. Yeah, this is up there with Doom and Stardew Valley. For sure. Never again. Never again. 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 game this was. The best bit of this game was when we pretended it was a Unity horror game and walked down the road. Remember when we did that? Fucking... I think I will go this way because it was a nightmare to get through the forest before. Guess I can just go on the road. Horrible experience. Farming Sim 2022. We did everything there is to do in the game apart from animals. There's absolutely no way that rearing animals improves the gameplay to any significant degree that it would change the outcome of my perception and review of the game. An excruciatingly boring game. Unfathomable that people have any amount of hours in this. Beyond insanity that people main it and play it with like steering wheel and fucking build a whole fucking rig. A horrific experience. We'll be doing Wild RP on the second channel tonight, Brad Random. If you want to watch that, great. If you don't, I don't care. There'll be no mainstream tomorrow. I'm taking Saturdays off because no one watches on a Saturday anyway, so it seems like the best day to take off. And Sunday we're going to do Twitch Plays D&D. Monday, Cyberpunk 2021 will start. Have a look and see if this has grown. Growing. It's not what I... Fuck this game. Save it. Fuck this shit. Uninstalled. Right click, uninstall game. Are you sure? Yes.